Yo, 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 what up? What up? What up? What up, y'all? What up? What's good, family? What's good? See what we got in the building. I see my nephew up there. What up, nephew? What's going on? Shanna, always good to see you, my sister. Willie, brother Willie, what's good? What's good? Come on in here, hit that like button. You know, gotta do my once a month. Say what's up to everybody. Say what's up to the nation. Hope everybody's having a good night. Hope everybody had a good weekend so far. It's always too short. You know how that go. But it is what it is. Charlie boy, what up, yo? What's good, brother? Just trying to finish off this weekend. Mentos, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Thank you, Shanna. Thank you. I'm testing this one out. I want to see if I like it because I can't get for some reason I can't find a flat bill in camo. You can only find the trucker style, and the more I wear it, the more I like it. So I think I might run with them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Just waiting. Yo, hit that like button on the way in, please. See what we're gonna talk about tonight. I don't know. Jason, what's good, fam? Much love, brother. Much love. Yeah, man. Just getting through the weekend. The week was kind of long, but it's all right. Are you in Pennsylvania? Oh, nice. Just doing up there hunting, just hanging out, camping. No, I like being in the mountains too, man. I usually go to Tennessee though. I'm not usually in Pennsylvania. Zach, what's going on, bro? Unique prepping in the building. What's up, brother? Yeah, man. But hey Gina, what's going on, sis? How you doing? Yeah, you'll come on in here. My notifications go out slow, so because I don't do this a lot. So I will see whatever it is. Just pop into the month, say what's up to everybody. I like to do this. Tap in. What's good, bro? Good to see you as always, brother. Soon to be Papa Tap in. I'm looking forward to that. All right. Y'all out there building a new house or y'all just, just getting one together? Somebody just moving in, moving stuff. Interesting stuff going on. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. So far, so good. I don't know. My son is cooking dinner, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. We gotta see. But he's turned into a pretty good cook. Oh, y'all building a house. Nice. Nice. It's not an easy task. It's a great way to go though, man. Building your own. He's cooking steak and French fries. So I said he's a pretty good little cook. Last time he cooked dinner, it was good. So I always ask him. Sometimes he has some different seasoning combinations, but hopefully it turn out good. He's cutting the potatoes. He ain't using fries out the bag, so he putting in some extra effort. I'm liking that. Come on, let's see. 20. Oh man, you said the gun store prices, brother. Right now, man, guns seem to be okay, but it's the ammo that's is annoying me, man. I watched ammo jump. The spot that I go to usually get most of my ammo that I get good prices from. They had like $9.99 a box, which is decent for 20 rounds of 5.56 or 2.23. Man, it jumped up to like 24, like almost overnight. It was crazy. I was like, that's ridiculous. But it's the panic buying, man. As soon as the thing jumped off overseas, everybody, just want to start buying everything up. That doesn't help us as a community. It really doesn't, because we don't know what's going to happen yet. And it's better if you just like buy slow over time, so you don't have to be worrying about jumping out there grabbing a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, the prices they just, especially on that 2.23 5.56 thing. I guess because they were told, oh yeah, man, that gun food link. That's the way to go. Gun food got good prices. Yeah, but this is the same thing that happens, man. It's the reason why I don't mess with what's the name of that place? There's one retailer, man. I just thought I can't even remember their damn name. I stopped going to. What, cheaper than dirt, man. During the whole pandemic ammo shop, man, them guys was raping people. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, it's like they didn't give a damn about the 2A community. I understand, supply is low, demand is high. You jack up your price a little bit. I understand that, but it's kind of crazy. 654,000 rounds. Whew, it's crazy, man. You say you just want to stop by and some love. Got to get ready for my subscribe group. All right, bro. Good luck, man. Have a good time. It's crazy. Hold on. I got my homie out here knocking on the door. Bro, what up, man?
What up? What the word be?
Good, man. Just here complaining about ammo prices, man. It's $650 for 1,000 rounds, bro. It's crazy. It was 410 2 weeks ago.
What kind of rounds?
5.56.
Oh man, look, I just came from Cabela's.
Mm-hmm.
They had probably 3 brands of 9mm on the shelf. All of them $20 to $27 per box, 50 rounds. I said, across the street, about a quarter mile down is Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Academy, and I pretty much paid $15 a box. And I was like, fuck me, man.
Mentos, that's what they told me too when I went to the spot that I go to here. The guy said that they sold, he said the same thing. It was like over 60-something thousand rounds of 5.56 in like a day. I mean, they just went crazy. They it was nuts. I could use some POA, Charlie boy.
So yeah, man, this shit is
as a community, bro. As a community, man, we caused this, man. And they know it too. The retailers know that something's gonna happen. People are gonna just start going crazy. Oh, we gotta get all this, we gotta buy all this. They know it's gonna happen. We don't help ourselves doing that. Even if the price, let's say everything ends tomorrow. There's a ceasefire, truce, everything is done. You know what happened? We done already set the precedent that as soon as you ring the alarm, let me just raise up the prices. That's what's gonna happen.
But yo, we still gotta go get it. No matter where the hell it's at.
I mean, I know that's why you try to stay ahead of the curve if you can. Like, I don't shoot a lot of 223 5.56, so I keep a lot on hand, so I don't shoot it a lot. 9mm is what I run through mostly.
That's what I was going for today.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
Yeah, I keep a lot of that.
It was getting shaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so sometimes it's like that, man. That's why I keep that's why my spot. I like to go to my spot, but I didn't. That price of that 5.56, man. While I was there, I said, "Hey, let me just grab them since I'm here." Nah, it was too much, man. She tried to focus on certain rounds to make an attempt at stocking up on. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, the most rounds that I have is 22. I ain't even front.
20,000 rounds or 22?
22,000.
22,000 rounds.
Sitting in a box in a closet. It's been sitting there for years. I never touch it. That's my backup, man. John Morse, what's up, bro?
What up, everybody?
Charlie boy, Sizzler's great, man. I love
it. What the word be? I'm trying to bust down these guns. Hey, I'm doing something you don't never do.
Oh, you cleaning guns?
I'm cleaning guns. I got my little.
He got to get out.
Box out. We was running through them today.
Every once in a while, I break it down, clean it.
Huh?
You actually are.
Hell yeah, I got to, because you ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I do that too, man. It's 22. I got I don't know how many rounds are What's going on, man? You did good? You did good today?
I did.
Controversial.
Why you say controversial? AK Lover, how'd they cheat? I was watching it earlier.
It was supposed to be exactly 2 miles. It was 1 mile and 4.
No. Hold on. Easy.
2 miles.
So this coach is responsible for setting the track and the distance. Every kid is supposed to compete at 2 miles for middle school. Their coach measured and they ran 2.4 miles. So if you're used to running 15 minutes for 2 miles and all of a sudden you're doing 2.4, you're not going to make 15 minutes.
That was a half. He almost added like a half a mile.
Almost a half. Yeah, 2.4 is a long fucking distance.
Yeah.
You know.
What was he? So are they gonna do it again or something? Or
Nah. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I know that he's stuck with that time. He got like a 19 something.
Okay.
So either way, he essentially ran 4 minutes per half mile.
Okay.
So if you take off that 0.4 or just about a half mile, that's 4 minutes, which he would have ran a 15 for 2 miles.
What up, Big Rig? I don't generally worry about either, bro. I keep enough. I started that for years now, keeping a certain amount aside or whatever. But it's just that I think about other people because you always want to try to bring new shooters into shooting and stuff like this. It'll stop a guy. A guy will look like, man, I ain't paying $25 for 20 rounds of anything.
Yeah.
So I think about that sometimes. Juice, what up, man? They love Juices in the building. What's going on?
You ugly son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What up, brother?
That's
Miss
true.
Miss you, brother.
Yeah, man. Kenny, what's up, yo?
Yo, the other part is like when you have a normal setup to collect or have ammo, all good. But when you a content creator,
yeah, that's a whole different story.
Different. You can't get an optic in the mail and not show this shit running
in the building. Yeah, man. It's totally different when you a content creator and you gotta be shooting. It's totally different, man.
It's hard to save it.
Yeah.
If I could do all my content creator shit on a 22, I'd be having videos out every week.
Right, I'd be good. Right. Yep, I'll be good.
But yeah, that's the toughest part for us because I wouldn't otherwise I'd still hit the range and shit, but not I wouldn't be so invested into it.
Right. I saw that Charlie Boy said you getting a PDP.
Who?
I think Charlie Boy said that.
Said who? You was getting it?
Charlie Boy said he said he was thinking about Block 48 for a PDP. Well, I mean, you know how much I talk bad against the PDP, but I'm gonna have one too. So I went shooting, man, the other day, and I was shooting it. Don't ask me why. I don't know what it was, and I just was enjoying it. So
I ain't gonna front.
I decided,
I just looked at the PDP right next to the Q5 steel frame. I don't like that PDP.
Why? Because you like the steel frame?
Yeah. Well, I like the steel frame. I do, but I still think it's too gaudy. It's too much going on it. But the PDP gave me a better opportunity to stare at it again because I haven't actually stared at it since people been like on it, like talking. I saw the PDP 2 years ago or so when it first came out. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's cool. But then I lost interest in it. And now that people are talking about it more, this is the first time I actually had the opportunity to admire it or like it, but I didn't.
I don't know what it was. I was enjoying shooting it. I was like, man, I don't know what it was. You know how stuff changes, man. Like we've been shooting because before it was always polymer and steel. Then we all of a sudden just started shooting all steel guns.
So here's the wild part. I couldn't stand the M&P 2.0s. I like the regular M&P 2.0 was absolutely ugly to me. It felt too aggressive. It wasn't my thing. And then I put my hands on the metal and I put my hands on the competitor. And those two guns is two of the guns that I never get rid of.
What up, Kenny? I mean, I just
love them guns.
I am going to do it. I think I am going to get with the PDP folks and see because they were saying something about the guide rod and the trigger or something. I may do that. I don't know. Hey, Sophia, what's going on? That's still such a pretty name.
Sophia.
I'm still gonna. I'll see what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know. We were talking about. I don't know what optic I want to put on there. I thought I did, but I just told you I am gonna put that on there. I like that optic.
Yeah, Futon, what up? What's
going on? Like that. But I'm gonna take that PDP
Hey,
and I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it somewhere, brother. I'll tell you that.
look, all right.
Hmm.
Just some guy with pews,
Yeah,
right? I can't say that whole shit, man.
I just call them pews.
Pews, all right,
Let's
all
call them
right.
pews
Pews, what up?
because if I'm trying to type out like salute just some guy with pews, I mean I ain't gonna make it.
Jake forever, boy. You don't have
Yeah.
8 people that pass by.
Right.
Pews, what up? Met Pews the other day. Was I on the live the other day when he was on there?
I think so. It had it had the 507C on it, and I looked at that. I'm still on the fence, but I kind of want to do the Haven, man. I like that. I like that optic. I think that optic is underrated. I really like it.
Yeah.
It's got a nice size. It's got a nice size window. It's got a 5 mm dot. It's got shake awake and all that other stuff, and it's solid, man. It's built, and not to mention the fact it's a Mariglow, but Trijicon owns a Mariglow, so it ain't nothing but a Trijicon with a Mariglow name on it.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. So
I ran
on an optic for the PDP or the Canik TP9. So for the PDP, Charlie boy, I like the 507C. The Mariglow Haven is what I like. I like that optic. People don't talk about it much. It's at a good price point. I've been shooting it now for a little bit. I got one. Mariglow sent me one. I'm gonna buy another one. If Mariglow, if you watching, you can send me another one. I appreciate it, but I'm gonna get one anyway.
So the TP9, is that the one with does it have 4 optic plates or is that the one with the 2?
It depends on. He just said TP9. That could be a bunch. I don't know if he got the SFX, if he got the SFT. I don't know which one he got.
So I got 3 different optics on 3 different TP9 style mechanics.
Mr. Dixon, what up?
The SFX is a Swamp Fox Kingslayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whiteout.
Mm-hmm.
And then the regular SFX has the Fox Army FXA10.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Miami, what's that thing called? The Mete
Miami Days
SFT.
Yeah.
Has the Hollow Sun
407, smaller one.
The smaller one.
Yeah, the 407.
You sure it's a 407?
I think so. The 507 is the big one. Got the 507C, right?
The C, yeah.
And the other one is the 407K, right? That's a smaller one.
No, I got the K.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Hollow Sun be confusing me, man. I've been looking at Hollow Suns all day, and I hate it that they got to have the K or the C, and I'm like, damn, just stick with one thing. 507 is big, 407 smaller. Come on, man.
It would help.
K's and C's is annoying.
Now they got the 507 comp, which is the biggest.
Right, which is huge. Part. Right, that's huge.
This gun dirty.
But now I like pews. I like Hollow Sun, but bro, I like that Haven, man. I like that optic a lot.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to every optic company that's like not overselling themselves.
Right.
I love that.
He said, honestly, if you're carrying it, recommend any affordable red dot. They got that shake away. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's funny because I was just listening to Armel talk a little while on his live, and what he says is true. With the advancements in manufacturing and things like that, we live in the golden age, man. Firearms and accessories and all that, and then technology is not new anymore. So the technology that you might have inside a Trijicon is going to cost you $600. It may be something similar inside something else. Now the materials may be a little bit different. What up, Gravy? It's the truth, but you don't got to spend a whole ton to get something nice. You don't.
In this industry, you got about a year for your item that you spent a lot of money on to be worth that money. Because next year,
C is big, K is small, 4
it's a wrap. Yeah, I got the K. I think it's a 507K.
Thank you, Justin. So the C's are the big ones and the K's are the small ones. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
I just wish that they just had the 407, that'd be a small one, and the 507 be the big one.
Yeah.
Then you gotta have all these C's and K's.
Trying to figure shit out.
Yeah.
Where'd I put my
I've been looking at them all day long, trying to figure out what I want to do. I even looked at getting another comp, Billy. I thought about maybe getting another comp, but
no,
I think it might be too big for the PDP.
Yeah, nah, I can't.
And I looked at the I was looking at one of those SCSs too.
Look how dirty. So
They-
y'all see how we be getting down that shit. I don't see if you can see how dirty it is, but that
oh, I
motherfucker
can see how dirty it is.
Yeah,
It needs
man.
to be
I'm gonna
clean.
show y'all the difference of what it should look like
Yeah, it needs to
when
be
you get
clean.
done cleaning that joker.
Tony, what up, man? Yeah, I'm just trying to decide what I want to put on there, but because it's not one. I already told you what I want to do. I think that's going to be a Christmas present for myself with that.
Like I said, man, y'all know you know what I said about
Hmm?
optics.
What about it?
I'm not buying no more optics.
Yeah, I know.
No way.
Yeah, so Justin, the 507 does have a circle with the dot, and the 407 is just a dot now. So that's why I like the 507 comp, because the dot on the 507 comp was too small. But then I put the 8 MOA circle around it along with the dot. Ah, man, it's cooking. I like that. And I don't really like the whole circle dot thing. I'd rather just have a dot.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
what's the name? You like the circle that?
Yeah, that's
See,
why
at 15, at like 15 to 25 yards,
Mm-hmm.
the circle dot on a 12-inch plate is exactly the size of the plate, or just about. So it's like impossible.
Too big. But I think it's too big. I like to be able to sort of
pinpoint.
Yeah, a little bit more of a pinpoint. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the inside dot is for.
Yeah, but I can still see the outside dot. It's too big. It's like superimposed over the target.
Yeah, and it's something extra to be looking at while you're trying to figure out something. Norwood, what's good?
What up, Norwood? Good to see you, my brother.
Willie, what up, burner girl? What up, young girl? Shannon, Jinta.
Hey, Jinta. Hey, China. Hey, burner girl.
All right. Let's
Billy,
see.
what's special about that SCS? Because you own one. Because I was seriously, I was considering one of those just because it's something new.
All right. So I think the most impressive two things about the SCS is the serrations on the side. I got it right here too. I'm gonna show it, but not show the gun.
Okay.
Is the serrations on the side.
Okay.
And no battery, absolutely no battery because of the
So that's the thing. Am I looking at the wrong one?
Well, there's a couple of different SCSs. The SCS MOS and the 320 are different.
Well,
how'd I do? Nice and clean?
Yeah, man, look good.
Crummy crown.
So the SCS for the PDP, I don't like it then.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different SCS.
The one that you have is, I like the way that one looks. The one for the PDP is like a little bit longer and kind of flat. Hold on.
I don't know why they call them that. I'm not sure why they call them SCS. But
see, it looks like that. I like how yours looks.
Yeah.
This not too much.
Nope.
That's normal. It's got a smaller window too.
Fucking Sealy or something.
Yeah, I like the other one. The ones like that you have. I like that one. It looks good.
Yeah, that 321 is dope to me. But the wild thing, if anybody has a platypus in the chat,
you said
really the Delta Point Pro cut on the platypus, it's the SES like it was made for it. And I ain't buying no damn Delta Point Pro.
Which SES is that?
320.
That you have the 321. It fits the Delta Point Pro pad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's the gun it's on right now.
It's the
and
whew, man.
I'm only looking weird because I'm trying not to show the gun, y'all. You see it?
Yeah, I see.
Tight as can be.
What plate is that?
No plate.
Oh, that's direct mount.
Direct mount.
I don't want to pay the price for it though, man. I'm looking at the price. I don't want to pay that.
What is like 4-ish?
400, 399. I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to spend a whole ton. I want something nice, but I don't want to spend a whole lot on it.
I hear that. Tony, what up?
But I might just fall back to what up, Tony? I might just fall back to the he said they got the Justin said they got the Holosun 407C for $179 as a weekend deal on PSA.
I do. There's a few guns that are being put out that are that have that RMSC footprint. So, and the Holosun is one of the better RMSC optics.
Well, he said the 407C. That's the big one.
Oh, he said the C.
Yeah, he said C's a big.
Oh, my bad. See, that's why they should change that shit. That shit's
Well, see,
confusing.
because my thing is like if I get a hollow sun, if I get another hollow sun, it would either be the comp or I want that what is it, the ACSS with the Vulcan reticle.
Yeah, with
I've been
the
looking at that. I've been looking at that too, a green one. It's like, yeah, I'm still trying to make up my mind. What up, Howard J?
Yeah,
Howard
SCS,
J. What up? Oh,
hollow
S
sun, Howard J. SCS, bro.
SCS.
Yeah.
But it's dope.
Gina,
It's dope.
you gonna be my sponsor? Appreciate it. I
Let me
take
be your man.
that. Nah, I say I don't know which one. I'm still trying to decide. I'm gonna decide 6 different things before tomorrow morning, basically. So, and then I'll make this. Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
How you doing, Sunshine?
I'm gonna talk about how Alex was yelling at his kids earlier today.
Alex?
They mean. Billy was yelling at these kids earlier today.
I watched you. You was mean as you could be. Talking about
mean as a motherfucking scream, boy.
Look at this
Talk about
mofo.
how mean Billy was today.
You're running too slow, mofo. Hey, see.
Yep. Where the fuck you going, stupid? That's how I heard. I heard her say that shit like 3 times.
Right.
You motherfucker, pick up the pace.
I'm like, man.
I said, baby, come. That was a fucking adult. What are you doing? Man,
I can't supposed to talk to them kids like that.
What's wrong with you, girl?
That was me being nice. I was being nice today because we was live, so I was definitely nice today.
That was nice. Well, damn, Alex, let me apologize right now.
Oh no,
sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Some of the kids was like, "But what's my time?"
I was giving them all the time.
What you told? Don't worry about no motherfucking time. Just go faster.
Yo, all right. So for anybody who don't know, look, Gina, that's how she did me all day. For anybody who don't know, during Alex's trap meet, we went live on 2 different channels.
Right.
So, but she was exactly half of the track away from me, or the circuit or whatever. So she's at least a mile away from me, and she's yelling at me for the times through my phone. And I got 2 phones, like one here and one there. And I'm checking the times, and I'm on the live on the other phone, and I'm directing traffic in and out of this fucking track meet.
Let me explain.
So no. She's asking me the times. I'll tell her the times. She's yelling at the kids on that side of the track. The kids by me are looking at me like I just said the shit. What the hell are you doing? Let's go. And I'm turning my head like to let them know it wasn't me that just said the shit. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
She need Jesus.
Poor kids.
So I put the timer on my watch, but when I ran from where Billy was to where I had to be, it cut off. So my time was like 30 seconds behind.
I heard you say that.
Yeah.
Hey. She'd ask me what time. I'd say 15:02. 2 seconds later, she said, "What time?" 15:04. Motherfucker, count for yourself. What you guys keep asking me for? Damn.
But how did the team place? How did y'all place?
So one of the girls placed in the top 5, so she got a trophy today, and this was the first trophy that they won the whole season. But they didn't do bad as a team. They didn't do bad.
What up, Patrick? Mr. Harris? What up?
Mr. Joseph.
He raised you. He's you a Marine drill something.
Slim pickings.
Billy was out there being mean. I was like, Billy, stop yelling at them like that.
That's right.
And then when they was on the wrong side of the cones, I was like,
he must have been only being mean when he wasn't on the camera, because he was like, come on, halfway there, almost finished. He was being so nice. He was on the camera.
Exactly. Come on, sweetie, you can do it.
Right, that's what he was doing.
You are excellent.
You're halfway there. It's almost over.
Yeah. Less than a quarter mile to go. I sounded like a damn GPS. Less than a quarter mile to go. I know I was being nice.
That's the problem. You can't be nice.
When they ain't my kids, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Right, because somebody parent gonna be like, who the hell was you talking to?
They gonna try to run me over in the parking lot while I'm trying to park cars and shit.
Hey, Bougie, what's going on?
Hey, Bougie.
Bougie.
All right, I gotta go.
Oh, gotta cut my camera off. She half dressed.
Yep.
See you later.
See you later. I'll be in the chat.
Booty, rocking everywhere.
No.
What up, Guns? What's going on, bro?
Guns don't argue.
Guns, what it is? Come on.
All you know it tonight, Joseph. All them kids having nightmares tonight. They gonna wake up screaming.
Zach, I got a question.
What up, man?
When you at the range and you ain't got like no tools to fix your optic, would you rather just not shoot with that gun or compensate to officiate?
Well, first of all, when I'm at the range, I always have tools to fix everything.
But as a theory.
So theoretically,
hypothesis.
Well, it depends on how I had the gun set up. If I got it set up where I'm like co-witnessing, I'll still shoot with it either way because I still got sights.
So here's the thing.
If I don't, I won't fool around with it.
Here's the thing. Look, we partially sighted in to get on the paper in essence.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't shoot the gun. Like I said, I rarely shoot the platypus because that's Alex's gun.
Mm-hmm.
So I sighted it in with a bore sighter for him. It gets you on paper. And then from there, you want to tighten it up.
Right.
So we get out on the range and he's shooting it. He's shooting it a little high, but it's hitting dead center or somewhere near dead center. So I was unaware of this.
I said it.
He said it, but we're at a gun range. Who the fuck hears what? So he's shooting high. He knows where it's hitting. Instead of him saying, "Hey, Dad, it needs to be adjusted. I need you to bring it down," he says, he doesn't say shit. So I shoot it, and I'm missing a few times. And he's like, "Oh, you can't shoot." I'm like, "Because the optic is off. Let me adjust it." So I go into my bag, pull out my screwdrivers, adjust it, on point. Bang, beautiful. Right. And he thinks that I should have left it and just compensated for how much it was off.
No, you're supposed to be able to move it around. That's what it's designed to do.
That's why I bring tools with me.
Yeah.
So I can fix it on the spot. And I had a shit fit because I couldn't find my damn tools for a couple seconds.
Man, I got so many freaking tools, man. It's ridiculous. I got a little. It's actually an old little sight mark bag, and it's full of little Allen keys and all type of stuff, man. Everything in there.
Man, Canic Sick Boy, what up? What up, Patrick Watt, brother?
Six Canic, man. I'm never going. I'll be carrying. I'll have to find something else to. I won't not be carrying. I'll be carrying Canic for a long time. I just sort of get that way. I pick a gun I like to carry, and that's what I carry. I don't switch around.
I mean, that's your style. That's your style.
As far as my
Hot Club Tony, my brother. What's up, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
El Toro in the building. What up,
Tony?
It's good to see you there, young fella.
Yes, it is.
Yo, all my shit in my range bag, Ziploc bags, man.
Bro, let me tell you something. I got the only tools that I have inside a bag is the ones that I have inside that little bag. Everything else is just sort of thrown down inside of, like, I carry that red savior bag, and it's got little pockets in it, so I just dumped stuff inside of it.
Yeah.
I know where everything is. So my favorite tool is a paint can opener.
Oh, Zach was talking about that the other day.
Yeah, listen, I told who was it? Bro was at the Home Depot getting paint. I said, get some. Make sure you get some of those. They just give them to you. They're free. Somebody told me about that. And full time, it might have been you. We was talking a lot about pulling bullets out of stuff, and somebody said, get a paint can opener because they're free and they're small. They fit in your back. I always carry some sort of. My range bag is set up. I always carry some sort of rod anyway for 5.56, 2.23, something long that I can just screw together real quick if I need to knock something out or whatever. I always carry something like that. Lawrence, what up, bro? Salute, my brother.
Lawrence Lily, what's popping?
Yeah, them things work great, and they free. They were just sitting there. You just grab a bunch of them.
It looked like a firearm tool.
It does, right? It looked like it was made for that. And some guy was at home cleaning his gun and needed to open up the paint. He was like, "Hey, this works for the paint too." That's what happened.
It's that figure. I can sell it as a paint thing.
Yep, that's what happened. Nah, man. So, Billy, what you think is gonna happen, bro? Let's talk a little bit of politics. What you think is gonna happen, man, overseas? I don't mind getting into that stuff. I watched a cat named Mark Lamont Hill. I don't know if you know who that is. I watched him today, interview he did on the Breakfast Club, and what he was saying made really good sense.
Enlightening.
It was really enlightening. I mean, it's not anything that I didn't disagree with him because what he's saying is right. Because my whole thing with this is a split that I have because I can separate the Palestinian people from their government because that's the way that we are here in our country. I can also separate the Israeli people from their government because it's the same thing here. We may love the country and love the people in the country, but none of us like the government.
Yeah, and that's the issue.
It's the same thing. So those people stuck between a rock and a hard place, just like anybody else.
And we're always going to be in the same boat, paying for the government's debts.
Right.
So we have to pay for the government, and we have to pay to the government, and it goes very much similar in all of those.
Last week we learned this in social studies class.
And then I get even deeper because. For me to be out, I remember back in the days, it was always a big thing, as black folks, because of what was going on in South Africa. The apartheid that they had going on over there in South Africa. Those Palestinian people live under the same thing.
Yeah,
it's basically it's an apartheid. So I can't be outraged about one and not about the other. Now
the other part is knowing that the hostile area of the Gaza Strip. For families that live on the near Gaza Strip areas within Israel, they gotta be on edge every day of their life. It just is what it is. Now, if y'all are familiar with what happened with this concert, which is pretty much what began the assault, this concert was 3 miles from the Gaza Strip, from the border, and not saying that they can't have fun in Israel and do their thing, but how do you I don't know. I think it was foolish to not prepare yourself a little better when you're going 3 miles away from a constant war zone and you have zero security.
Well, here's the thing, because I think it was a false sense of security, because the way that they tout the Israeli defense, their intelligence or whatever, like they say it's like some of the best in the world. Like, how did this not happen? Because I heard another theory today too that I think, because my theory is that it was an inside job. That's why they were able to get so far. That's my theory. That there's, because they had those opposition parties and stuff. What up, Coy? Salute. And
what?
I think somebody there were some things that were seen, because supposedly there was a warning that was given to them that they didn't take, and they just kept on going like everything was normal. That was supposedly, that's what I think it was from Egypt that made the warning with them.
Yeah,
they have pretty decent relations with Egypt ever since that whole Anwar Sadat Golda Meir thing back in the day. I don't know if you remember that, but they have pretty good relations with Egypt. It's not 100%, but they had the peace accords and all that back in the day. I think might have been under Jimmy Carter. So they sort of get along with them a little bit. They didn't heed the warning, so things happen. But I mean, and then another thing I heard today was like, maybe Hamas didn't think they were going to get that far, and when they did, it just sort of happened. There you go, Mentos. I heard that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They were told about it ahead of time, but they just that's why I think it was an inside job. I think it was an inside job. I mean, it's just my theory, but that's what I think.
I also wonder how serious they take these warnings, because you have a situation like 9/11 where there was a warning, but nobody took it serious.
And that's the thing. And in this day and age, I guess you should. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just the way they went about it. Because when I go back and I look at it, it boils down to, I understand his reaction. Mm-hmm. I do understand it, but I also understand that you can't expect the people to live in an open air prison, and then think that they're not gonna strike back. Now, their representatives, I think, are a bunch of dumbasses, because anybody knows, if anybody pays attention to the history of how Israel reacts, you kill one of their soldiers, they level your whole damn neighborhood. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. They're known for doing that. Their slogan is "Never again." And they mean that shit. There's no more Holocaust. You fuck with us, we're gonna fuck you up. That's the way that works. So I think that the Hamas government screwed the people, because there's a whole other set, because you got the Gaza Strip, then you also got the West Bank, which is governed by a whole another party. I forget the name of it, but they're outside of Hamas. It's another governmental agency or whatever. That runs the Gaza Strip. But then there's another one that runs the West Bank. I forget the name of it. So they actually treat them a little bit different over there than they treat the folk on the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
Because Hamas, like, they won't bend to them. They say we live in an open air prison in most inner cities. Yeah, the hot tub is true. But when people buck, I think it may not be as severe, but when the people buck, I think it was a dumb way for them to do that, because a lot of lives were lost. It's gonna be it's ridiculous, man. It's real tragic. It's fucked up.
And you know what is the toughest part is something that we don't often have to worry about or experience is these are neighborhoods, regular fucking suburbs and small cities, and people walking to lunch and fucking, that's where the shit is being hit. That's where the punishment is being placed, not on government buildings and fucking government resort places and shit. It's straight to the people, to the motherfuckers who don't have shit to do with what's going on.
This is something that I heard today that Mark Lamar Hill said that I thought about, and there's something that, because the Israelis will tell you that the reason why I have to blow up a school, the reason why I have to blow up a hospital, is because that's where Hamas hides. That's where they put their soldiers and they put their resources to cause problems against the Israelis. But it's like saying, okay, your child is standing in front of you, and you got the gun, so I gotta kill you. I gotta kill the child to get to you. Mm-hmm. That there's got to be some other way to do that shit. You just level. I mean, you just basically you making those people pay, because I think there's something else going there too. I believe that it's a whole genocidal religious thing going on there too.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
You don't have. They've been fighting for thousands of years. Fuck 75 years. For thousands of years, they've been fighting.
So what Erica just said. So DeSantis had decided to send refugee planes, or our planes, from, if I'm right, Tallahassee Airport, which is Florida's capital. Mm-hmm. And I think they've done many planes full, so many hundreds of people as refugees, and brought them back to Florida. Mm-hmm. So what Erica's hearing is that Florida's actions could single-handedly plunge America into this war, because we are offering a helping hand to refugees from Israel.
We do that anyway. That's something that we do here. We taking everybody, and fuck. We the government, and I'm saying, not gonna say, when I say I mean talking about the government. What up, Kanaka? What up, bro? That's what they do, and they don't consider, because I'm real funny when it comes to the whole. We had this conversation the other day, and I got real passionate about it. I am very funny about how people are let in and out of this country.
Mm.
I have a real strong stance on it, man. And people will probably be surprised if you hear it, but I got a real strong stance on it. Hold on, we got a special guest back here in the back. The homie, what's going on, bro?
Hey, so
what's up, everybody?
Good to see you,
what's
man.
poppin'? What is the word, brother?
Man, how y'all been, bro?
Not bad.
No,
Same
man,
old
how
shit.
you
You
doing?
looking smooth. You looking smooth.
Yeah.
A-Town down.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Y'all know me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tony, I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Oh, yeah, Zach been on his shit, man. Him and Alex in a race right now.
Everybody ain't able.
I'm trying, man.
I think Alex might catch you, bro.
My
Might
nephew
be.
told me to get some minoxidil or Rogaine or something. He said,
Nah, get you some Jamaican black castor.
Black castor?
Jamaican black castor.
You just rub it on?
Yeah.
Jamaican black castor. All right.
My uncles should tell me something else.
Yeah,
What's
I know, but that ain't working.
Oh, that work every time. That's what get it started.
They say you can't do it head on, man. You got to put your ear to it.
Just rub it all up in there. Just go face first in it.
Jamaican black
Yeah,
cat.
yeah, but Charlie, what it's 2,200 Marines they got over there. They're not on the ground. They're supposed to be on the wherever they have them at, but they do. They have, you always send the Marines first. That's how that works.
Man, this whole thing been in the works. Nothing. The Israeli, we worked with them at one point in Iraq,
Mm-hmm.
and they are very good at intelligence, bro. They are the best on the planet, if you ask me.
That's what they say. They got the best intelligence apparatus on the planet.
So it's no way that they didn't know that this small attack was gonna happen.
Tony, I think it was an inside job, man.
It wasn't an inside job. It was just allowed to happen. The same way 9/11 was allowed to happen. I was in the military at the time, but of 9/11, we got briefings for a solid week. They knew it had something to do with planes. They knew it was going to be hijacking. They damn near ran the whole scenario down to us in briefings every single day. And it still was allowed to happen. And now, fast forward 20 something years later,
right?
It comes out. Yeah, we had the intelligence. We knew who they were. We knew where they was going to hit at. We knew some of the planes, not all of them, but we won't know this until years later if we survive this. But this is, you're looking at something that's, number one, these people been at war.
Yeah,
it was caused by, it was caused after World War II when they established the state of Israel. You knew this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you a question, Tony.
But
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do understand a lot of these thoughts. And Zach won't let me talk to him about my weird shit, right? So let me ask you. On the possible verge of World War III, a few weeks ago, we get this emergency broadcasting. Do you feel there's any correlation with that?
Absolutely. Nothing happens in the vacuum, bro. Especially dealing with the United States government. Anything we got our hands in is orchestrated.
I hear that. Yeah, I thought that was kind of awkward.
But over here, we got more pressing issues over here. And I hate to sound insensitive because I'm not.
I understand, Tony. I understand.
That's them people problem.
You want to know something? I understand that too. There's a part of me that, because when you start cutting kids' heads off and doing all types of crazy shit, man, I feel a certain way about it. I just do.
Okay, the United States government did that here.
I know that. I feel about that too. I understand that.
So it's like I say, and I've been to war. So I'm not gonna beat the drum for anybody to go to war. I done seen it. I done seen the worst of humanity, and I'm here to tell you, bro, I don't want to see it again. But they've been campaigning for World War III now for about the last 2 years, fucking with Russia through Ukraine, because that's orchestrated. Now Israel, and it is what it is. War is big business. War drum up more for this economy than damn any other sector.
That's true.
And the people who profit off of it been starving for the last couple of years. So
Charlie Boy's comment said about the defense budget. I mean, well, we spend like 25 to 30 times more than the nearest country below us in terms of defense. Something like that.
We so far ahead in what we got militarily, brother, from any other country on the planet. It's ridiculous.
Including China.
Including China. China is at best 10 to 15 years behind us as far as their technology. Now, the average American citizen won't know that because, you're not in the know of, you're not in the military. Hell, I'm not even in the know anymore. But from the last time I was engaged in and over there, what we got, bro, we got shit that it will blow your fucking. They got sonic weapons that can hit you from like 100 miles away, and you won't even know you being targeted. You just get sick.
Yeah,
it just drop your ass.
And that's the thing. If you pay attention, just every once in a while, you see this stuff, and it sounds like it's something like just they sort of like brush past it. But I don't brush past it. I think the shit is real.
If they telling you about it, they've already got it.
If it show up in a movie,
they've already got it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Look at our police. Our police department have the robot dogs now.
Yeah, I know. That's how they did. I saw it. NYPD, I know, got one. I saw it running around, and somebody had it on video.
NYPD got them. Atlanta PD got them. California, all their police departments have. Every major police department has access to this, which is a problem.
Yeah, because that's not who's the brother that they killed like that. They sent in something and they basically just blew him up. I forget his name.
The brother in Dallas.
Yeah, they just blew him up.
Michael Johnson.
Yeah, they blew him up.
Michael Johnson. They have never used a robot on anybody. That was the first time on the planet. Yeah, the brother Michael Johnson. That was their testing ground for it, bro.
Right.
So I mean, we have more. To me, just to me, and I put my 2 cents in that I walk out. You should be more concerned with they letting hundreds of thousands of illegal people in this country every fucking day that's not being vetted. You don't know where they came from. You don't know where they're going. You just put them on the bus, drop them off in the major cities. They have at it, and being given $9,000 a month in some cities.
Bro, I was watching because my mother, she talked about my parents, they live in New York, but I was watching. There's a cat by the name of Peter Santinelli. He's on YouTube and he does these things. He goes all over the country. Right now, he's in Chicago, and he was just like in downtown Chicago, like how they had the police precinct was full of these people living.
I saw that.
And then they had the homeless man, the brother. He can't get no food, can't find nowhere to eat. And he is an American citizen, but these people right here living in the police station, getting fed and everything.
Fucking Hawaii's still digging out ashes and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Hawaii is fucked up.
So we got, and we've seen this play before. See, one thing I am is a student of history. Yeah, I've seen this play before. 1980s with all the Cuban refugees. What did Castro do? He let you want to take them? Take all my mental patients, take all my prisoners. Ecuador doing it. Honduras is doing it. Venezuela is doing it. And these the people that you letting in the country unvetted. On top of, you got Chinese people from China coming in these immigration camps that ain't being vetted.
I saw something like that. I forget. I don't know if I was watching Vice or something, but they were doing some sort of report, and it was like a ton of Chinese people. They were coming through Mexico. I'm like, what the fuck they doing? And they had, they were saying that what they were trying to say, like they were like military because the way the way their haircut was and shit. And I'm watching that going, what the fuck are they doing coming through Mexico?
Bro, because
these were Chinese people. It wasn't we half Chinese, half Mexican.
Nah. They found a whole fucking bioengineering lab in California that was run by the Chinese government, and they found it by accident.
And they got the Chinese police set up in New York City because they talk about that. I mean, actual Chinese police in NYPD acting like not in the NYPD, but like a whole separate Chinese police force in the city.
Yeah. So you got you got us on the one hand looking at Israel and Palestine talking about all care for them and Ukraine. No, homie. I'm worried about what you got going on here because this dumb shit you doing don't make no damn sense. I've seen this place.
And that was the thing too, when you asking for $100 billion to send to this place and 100 bits in this and $6 billion to send. I'm like, fuck all that, man. They always got money when it come time to do some shit like that. But when it come time to take care of the people in this motherfucker, the reason why you got the money who pay taxes and shit, they can't do nothing. That's annoying.
I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna piss some folks off when I say this. We've been asking for reparations since we got off the goddamn plantations, and you've been telling us you ain't had no money.
You won't give us that, but you're gonna send money everywhere else for some shit. I agree with you, Tony.
I mean, and hell, even if you didn't do that, at least take care of the people here.
Right.
Because if you got $9,000 a month to give, and this is, I know I'm speaking on for Chicago when I say that $9,000 number. For New York is different. Every city that they send them to is different. Right. But if the city of Chicago has $9,000 to give, 150,000 illegal immigrants, $9,000 a month for housing, on top of giving them food stamps, on top of free health care. Brother, y'all could have eliminated your inner city violence problem.
You sure could have.
Long time ago, you could have got every homeless person off the street a long time ago, and put them to work. This is exposing how much money this country and these states really have. And they've been telling us they poor.
Well, first of all, the reason that I know that all of that we ain't got no money is bullshit. I remember when all that shit was going on, and the motherfuckers created $4 trillion overnight.
Yeah.
Basically, they pressed a button and infused $4 trillion into a system. How the hell you just make up $4 trillion? Tell me you can pay for whatever the hell it is you want to pay for.
I'm gonna say probably the most harsh but most realist fucking statement known to man. As long as you still shitting in clean water, you're not broke.
Yeah, that's
real.
That's the word.
That's a true statement. See, I saw that vice report.
America,
ultra liberal. If they're talking down about it, you know it's bad. I'm just you know, it's always because I try not to get into those conversations. I have a really strong stance on that. It's like when I'm gonna say it, when I hear other people who are not from here and they come from somewhere else and they start talking shit about the black experience or anything like that, the first thought in my mind is, why don't you go back where the fuck you came from?
Hey, man.
Because if where you came from was so great, why the fuck you run over here? And all you doing is living off of some shit that my people who are from here fought to get, and you living off that shit.
At 100%.
You got the nerve to talk some shit about something that has to do with us. I'm funny. I'm real funny about that, man.
I say this. Every group of people that come here claiming asylum, claiming they leaving for a better life and all that, I want y'all to keep in mind, and they take shots at Black America.
All the time.
I want them to keep in mind this. You come from a country where it's nothing but your people.
Right.
Your people run the government. Your people run all the institutions there. So if it's fucked up, it's your fault.
Exactly.
We don't have any control over our government, how we govern, how we run these cities, where we're put. We literally do not have no control over that. We have the illusion of control, but we don't have actual reins of power control.
But that's why that's why I hate to hear that shit, Tony. My thing is, because I go back to, if it's like that, then why you running here? Why don't you go back over there and save your shit?
Fight for your own shit.
Right. But then you got the nerve to talk some shit about us. That annoys me. Hold on. We got Roadblock back here knocking on the door. What up, bro?
Knock. What's good?
What up, Ronnie? Bless. What's going on, man?
What's going on,
bro? Man. Zach, Billy, Tony.
What the word is.
Man, the word is what the word is.
Just talking a little politics, man. That's all.
I understand. There's a lot of politics going on in this world right now. I will say that.
It affects us. I know there was I caught wind of a conversation about something that went on, and I don't know. I got on the soapbox the other day because of it. Really, no, because I think I was talking hard for about 30 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, every like Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure if me and Zach are still friends.
Nah, I mean,
man, it's a sensitive fucking conversation. Yeah, it is.
But why does it have to be? If we can't talk about this shit, see, that's part of the problem. We don't never talk about shit.
I agree. That's why.
I'll say this.
Talking about anything, man.
I'll say this. The United States has literally fucked over so many countries, especially South American countries. Mm-hmm. And we don't really talk about that shit. So Venezuela, Guatemala, all these countries in South America, the United States has a presence, has a CIA office in them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We have some type of where we disrupt their normal way of life. So we ship a lot of MS-13 members to these countries and all this other shit. We get drugs from these countries and allow them to come to this country. Mm-hmm. We fuck these countries over so much. So the people be like, hey, I heard that it's better up north. My boy is up in America right now. He said that it's cool. It ain't nothing like how it is down here. Mm-hmm. So they make that journey. You know what I'm saying? Then when they get up here, I think that they feel like, hey, this is, no matter how hard it is, it's 10 times better than what they came from.
Hey, Vanessa, it's like Billy said, if you shitting in clean water.
Yep, exactly.
Let me interject something. I want to dovetail out what you just said, Roadblock, because I want to show you something. It's not the vast majority of the people crossing this border, bro. These are not women and children.
No.
These are military age men. What do we have going on right now in the United States? We got a shortage in the police departments. Mm-hmm. We got shortages in our military that we can't fill because kids ain't going to the military no more. Mm-hmm. They're not coming up here for no better life. They interviewed. They got interview. I want to say it was Vice. They interviewed one.
Where you at?
They got the UN give them a card, put money on the card so they can make that travel. It is very expensive for them to make trips from wherever country they're coming from in South America through Mexico up to here. You have to pay off a lot of people to get there. So we ain't talking about no poor people. The poor people
I don't believe that, because I mean I believe that to a certain extent, but I'll say I seen when I went to New York, me and my boy Mo, my dude that I work with, we jump on the subway. We see this young lady. She had to be in her 20s, mid-20s, somewhere around there. She got a baby strapped to her back. Mm-hmm. She's selling candy bars, whatever she can. The baby on her back with a cell phone in his hand so he can be occupied while she out there trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that she can really say is, what'd she say? She said something about candy and dinero.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Now, Robot, I've been seeing that since, because I grown up in New York. I used to see that when I was.
Yeah, that ain't nothing new.
I mean, but that ain't nothing new. But you got more people doing it.
Well, no.
I seen I got on the subway 5 times. I seen 5 different women doing that.
That's
not, you know what I'm saying? So this lady 25. So Zach, you said you was growing up. Yeah. You know, you my age. So you know, this is a different woman. This is a totally different age group.
Yeah, that's doing it. No. This same thing has been going. That's not new in the city, Robot. That you've seen that back. Like I said, when I was at the time when I was taking the train, you see that all the time. Guy couldn't speak no English, but he could say 2 for 5. Mm-hmm. He couldn't say nothing else, but he could say that.
Yeah. And people you go down into certain areas of big cities. The language barriers are huge, and these people have been in the country for years and years and years. You can't pull up to a damn stoplight without, somebody walking in between the cars selling roses, waters, all that type shit. That shit just always gonna be.
That's a hustle. That's poor people hustle. But I'm Roadblock. These folks that they're bringing in now, they're not poor. If you living in a 5-star hotel, the city of New York has rented out all the 5-star hotels.
The city of New York, not them people though.
But they're using it to house them. They're getting money every month. They get food stamps every month. After a while, when they vetted them, I guess they get housing vouchers. Bro, these are not you coming up here and you getting papered up in a way that the United States citizens, I don't care what race,
because
it's been taken care of.
It's so bad in New York City right now. That's why the mayor is going crazy. Like, y'all have to do something. I mean, because New York likes to tout itself as like the most liberal place we could go. You can come
Chicago
to
Chicago too.
And right now, Eric Adams is like, listen, y'all got to do something. Because like you said, he's written out rooms at the Waldorf Astoria and shit like that. Ain't supposed to be no migrants at the Waldorf Astoria.
I'm gonna ask y'all a tough fucking question. It's gonna be real fucked up. Don't judge me after this question. Do you think as a business, America would rather put their money into Americans in their work ethics or foreigners in their work ethics?
No, it's not about work ethics. It's about setting up your new slave class.
Yeah.
No, we want cheap labor. It's both. It's both. Hot tub is both. I would say this. I have literally been from Mississippi to Alabama to North Carolina to Indiana to Ohio to New York to Connecticut. No matter where I go, it don't matter. No matter where I go. When you in the country, and that's where the railroad tracks go, regardless of what you think, the railroad tracks always pass through the country.
Yeah.
It's some Mexicans in there picking something.
There's Mexicans everywhere, man.
But
it don't matter what small town you go to, it's a Mexican restaurant. No matter where you go.
You go to the Chinese restaurant.
That's been in effect for now since the late 80s when they changed the immigration law.
Yeah, but see what's going on now is that, and what it will always happen in this country is that's capitalism. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I said it's both. I didn't disagree with you. I just said it's both. Capitalism is always going to want somebody to go for the Lord. Like if you go to a brother and be like, "Hey man, I need you to pick this cabbage for $5.50 an hour, and I need you to stay in this hut that I got back here." You gonna do it?
Fuck no.
Hell no. But these Mexicans, the Mexicans that just crossed over from that, then walk from Guatemala all the way through Mexico and then cross the border, they gonna do that shit.
They gonna do it, and they gonna put 10 people in there.
Let me throw something in the mix though, Roadblock.
Yes, sir.
That winner, to a certain degree, you're right. But we keep calling them, and one thing I'm bad about that too. We keep saying Mexicans.
They're not Mexicans. I said Guatemalan. Yeah,
that's the problem. Mexicans.
They're migrants.
Once you put Mexicans in, like I use the Mexicans as an example. Mexicans been here. That first generation gonna do it. That second generation is not.
Right.
That second generation, hell, they've got, and I'm gonna say it. If I piss you off when I say this, I'm sorry. I don't mean nothing bad, but it is what it is. That second generation has gotten their honorary white status.
Well, see, and that's another thing that we don't discuss. Now, you look at any form, they specifically talk about white folks, Black or African American, and Hispanic or non-Hispanic.
Hispanic is not a race.
Right, but I'm just telling you how they set it up.
That's how it forms.
Now, you could be from somewhere else, and this is a thing. And what you think that they're picking? They don't pick Hispanic. They don't pick Black. They don't. A lot of them they choose white, and it's the truth.
No, I'm gonna tell you because I trust and believe. I look at a lot of forums every day. When it says race, it says Black, white, Asians, Native Americans, and it's one more. Hispanic is now its own area.
That's the wild part. Hispanic or non-Hispanic.
Because I mean that encompasses European Hispanic, the from Spain. It all that.
That's why I see Kush is saying something that's true. It's about how they'll assimilate, and they're right.
But see, I think that's more or less the Puerto Ricans.
It's all up.
It ain't just Puerto Rican.
It ain't.
A Puerto Rican, you got your Dominican, but I think most Mexicans and I think a lot of Venezuelans and Guatemalans, they will check Hispanic. They won't check non-Hispanic white. And I mean, working at a gun store, I've seen a lot of this shit. So I mean, it's you can't generalize and say all of these or all of those are doing this one thing because it don't work that way.
I would never say all, but I would say a lot.
I don't speak it like I say. I don't speak in general, but I will say most of the second generation, once they hit that second generation, they have their honorary white status, and it's honest to say that. The same way that the Irish weren't considered white when they got here. They got their honorary white status.
Neither were the Italians. That's right. Neither were the Jews.
Neither were the Jews. But now all of these, it's only two groups that can't claim white, us and Asians.
Exactly.
But shit, Asians don't have to claim white. They don't have to.
They don't.
They rate up under the white status, man.
They got
what do they call them? They call them the model minority. The model minority.
Yeah, but no matter how you cut the cake, they'll never be that. They're always gonna be.
See, but that's the that's the trick. Because
that's the trick.
That's the trick because they think, oh yeah, I'm moving into it. No. We're still tribal here, and no matter how much they say, oh yeah, you down with us, when the rubber meet the road, you ain't part of our tribe. We'll kick your ass to the curb in a minute. That's how that works. But see, a lot of them don't understand that. That's why you got your tether class, and then your whoever they think, oh yeah, I'm cool with them. They accept me. They accept you right up until the time they don't need your ass no more. Then they be like, fuck you, you ain't one of us anyway. That's how that works.
That don't know the rules over there, and those are the unwritten rules over there.
What y'all think about
Tony? Your mic went down.
Oh my, that's the thing that they don't tell you about these new. They don't tell these new people. So they come in with this idea that America's the shit because they gave me this. I don't know why y'all black folks ain't got this. They never gave us $9,000.
That's what I was talking to you before.
They never did none of that shit.
That's a conversation. That's a conversation that I'll have with people because I hate to hear somebody from somebody else start talking shit about what y'all not doing. Because why y'all doing this? Why you not? Because they won't give us shit. You come here and
how many of y'all done work with some Africans before?
Oh, I have.
Oh yeah,
a lot of them. I know how they think.
So I done worked with a couple African. When I was a nurse's aide, my dude Jacob be like, "Man, I come over here and I do my thing, and it did. I'm like,
because
your experience is not the experience of, and I hate trying to try to separate us because ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's a lot of this shit affects all of us. So Malcolm X said it a long ass time ago, and even Henry Kissinger and National Memorandum 20 said that we need to separate and we need to keep separate the black African, the black American from the African. We need not to let them come together at any cost. You know what I'm saying?
That's why, there is a separation there. There is a distinction there. There is a black American treatment, and then anything else that's not a black American treatment. That shit is true. People can say whatever they want.
But see, this is how you get them though. And this is how I touched a lot of other African brothers that I talk to. Like, I don't try to come at them like in a way where I'm like, man, shut the fuck up, because this is foundational Black American stuff. Da 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 da. No, I'd be like, look, man, y'all had y'all Black leaders, right? Y'all had all y'all Black Biko, a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And what happened to them? They tried to change the direction of the African country that they was in, and they was killed for it. I was like, that same type of industry is the same shit that affects us over here, just in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you different than me, Roadblock, because I tell them to shut the fuck up.
No, man, but you can't. But you put them away when you're doing that.
You want to know something? I don't care. You talking about business that ain't your business. You ain't got shit.
But what they're thinking of is that I've come from this area of the world, right? Mm-hmm. Where the shit, where you said they shit in dirty water. Mm-hmm. And then they come over here and we shit in clean water, and they be looking at us like, well, what the fuck is y'all complaining about? But like y'all racism ain't as bad as our racism.
They don't have. Look.
That's what I do.
You come from a country where it is dominated, your whole government, by people that look like you.
Your government is dominated by people that look like you, that's being controlled by the colonials.
But Roadblock.
That's what it is.
Hold on, Roadblock. Who are the government is the people.
No.
Yes, it is.
Because so hold on. France.
Then you can change that. You can change that where you're at. But don't come over here telling me how good you fucking doing driving for fucking Uber. You bragging on regular shit. You have a job.
No. But what I'm saying is, and I need y'all to understand this. I need y'all to understand this.
Hold on, Roadblock. Let me get this off before you go. They bragging about regular shit. You have a regular job. It's not like all the Africans that come here are doctors and no. You have a regular job just like everybody else. You work right next to me. How are you bragging about you doing so much better than me?
Yeah. Because their job that they have when they come over here is 100 times better than what they had when they was living in the country that they was living in.
Got it.
Hold on. Let me get my shit off.
Take your ass back to where the fuck you came from and make it better.
Right. No. Because what we talking about is what we change that. Hold on, man. Hold on. So why do Haitians?
You don't never.
Why do Haitians
over here and don't leave?
Hold on. Why do Haitians come over here?
Money home. So
why do Haitians come over here?
Doing so much better talk, bitch. I got a house, car, and same shit you got. I got. So
I understand that, but we talking about okay. Hold on, man. Time out.
Welcome back.
Listen. Hold on. First of all, the media that the white folks in Europe, the Chinese people in China, the Japanese people in Japan, they all get fed the same media about Black Americans, right? They all get fed the same shit. So everybody is susceptible to the media that they consume. Period. You may think to yourself, like, that's fucked up because we ain't like that over here. I got a house, I got a car, I got a job, I got all this shit. But the shit that we've been complaining about the media, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, what they've been showing about Black folks in this country is the same shit 10 times worse in other countries. So when they come over here, they have a mindset about how Black people in America are. So when they come over here, they steps up like, oh, them niggas, they lazy. They don't really do shit. They lazy as hell. They ain't got jobs. They complain about everything because that's what that's the way the media portrays us around the world. Man, in Japan, they got a store called Niggas where they sell hip hop clothes. It's called.
They got something similar to that in Dubai.
It's called Niggas. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta understand the mindset, because just how we got a Sexy Red, and we got a Sukiana, and we got all these
Time out.
Hold on, you like Sexy Red? You like Sexy Red?
No, let me throw something out there, because I'm on talk. I'm glad you brought that up.
That you follow her on Instagram.
Is Nigerian. She is not Black American.
Who is?
Sukihana. She ain't Black American. Most of these motherfuckers that you got there, that they associating with us as degenerate music. Cardi B ain't Black American.
She Puerto Rican.
Nicki Minaj ain't Black American. But they come out representing us like this is who we are. You got half of these motherfucking hip hop artists that's doing the most degenerate music, that gangster music. They ain't from here.
Okay, I understand that, Hot Tub. But when it gets broadcast across the world,
pump your brakes, bro. We've allowed people that ain't from here to be the face of people who are from here. And I'm telling you, as a person that's from here, I've been here. My family been here since shit. We can go back to the 1600s on paper with my family alone. And that degenerate shit ain't never been cool with us. But since they have the platform and they're being empowered by the companies that put them out there, to put this degeneracy out there to be the face of us, then that's what it is. It's incumbent upon us as Black Americans to say, no, they not us. We don't represent. They don't represent us.
But it's that shit done sell, bruh. That shit done sell. Like when NWA came out. When NWA came out and did that shit, they literally, when the record labels figured out that they can manipulate artists and make money and make us look bad at the same time, the shit was over with. When motherfuckers tried to stop that shit back in the day, and folks talked about First Amendment, what them record companies did was, we said, because the record companies work just like the government. We gonna incrementally put this shit in over time, and by the time it get to 2025, we got a Sukiana and we got a Sexy Red, and these motherfuckers is really on there talking about my booty hole brown and all this other shit, and that's on the radio. That's on the radio.
There was no internet to put a counterbalance there. We have technology for everything. Most people do not look at mainstream media. Most people get their news and information off social media. Right?
Who listens to the radio? Who listens to the radio?
Huh?
I know.
Who listens to the radio?
People don't listen to the radio.
It's a lot of people that listen to the radio because the radio literally has a formula where they play the same shit over and over again on a 3-hour loop.
But most people are getting their news, and most people are consuming social media. Right?
So why? So if what you're saying is true, why is Sukiana and Sexy Red so popular now?
Because it's $1 billion fucking industry.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you making my point. So it don't matter what it don't matter what you say, or it don't matter what you do. These motherfuckers is literally, we let the shit rolls downhill. Period. If you start from the top of the mountain and you get a small ball of shit and you let that shit go, that shit will gradually grow and grow and grow. The point is that you got to stop the shit before it starts to roll, because don't know Black people own no media in this country. That's the issue.
Hey,
you got
these super important question to ask both of y'all. Me and Zach talked about this recent, and I want to know, what is the most influential thing that has hit the world economy what has the ability to control people more, music or religion?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a real good question. We
That's
had
a real good question now.
Yeah, that's
I say both.
I would say music. And the reason why I would say music is because religion is on Sunday. Music is every day.
That's true.
But you got Roblox. That what you
Every
just
day
said
I
is
go
not
past
is
the
not
church,
what you just said is not
cars are
100% true. Religion is not just on Sunday for some people.
Back in the day, it was on Sunday, Wednesdays, and whatever.
Now, Roblox, you looking at that from an American point of view,
people
though.
today.
You
Religion
looking
is
at that
not
from
just on Sunday.
and you got to realize that the Muslim religion is probably the
24/7,
largest
bro.
religion in the
That's
planet,
right.
and they pray 5 times a day.
And won't miss it, no matter where they at.
So let's think about it. What's the number one music? What's the number one religion in America?
Christianity.
Supposedly
Well,
Christianity.
hold on. Who controls most of the media in the world?
Jews.
No. America controls most of the media in the world. So but I understand what you're saying, Tony.
You mean in the country?
In the country, who controls most of the media that goes out into the world? We talking about all of this shit. We talking about all of this shit. We talking about every single day in this world. We got music being pumped on the airways. We got Sukihana being pumped on TikTok. Sukihana just had a baby. Her sex tape just got leaked. The second sex tape just got leaked. We got that it was trash. Booty holes black. All that shit. It wasn't brown. Boy. So what I'm saying is that they are controlling the narrative.
May I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, before you interject, man, every time somebody new come on the panel, the beard get more and more gray. Damn.
Bananas. Regarding hip hop or rap music, what we listening to here in the States is not popular outside of America.
Really? Lying.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. If you still, that's why you still got artists who are our age who are touring better in places like Europe,
he's right,
and Africa. They're not listening to the Sukihanas or the Sexy Reds. They're not. Most of that is being pumped right here in the States. People are becoming dumb. The kids are becoming dumb, deaf, and blind. But you still, a Wu-Tang still can sell out Wembley right now. Little Kim can go on a 3-month tour.
I understand that, but I seen a video of 3 Asian chicks twerking on stage, and they ain't had no ass, but the crowd was in there. They was like, go, but it was nothing there.
But roadblock.
The real essence of hip hop or rap music, they're not that stuff that we're listening to here. They're not really listening to over there, bro. Trust me, because I have friends who actually are in the music industry and who still are touring right now.
I'm to kind of piggyback off what you're saying. Like the most back, they did a study. They said the most profitable music right now in 2023 is 90s era hip hop. It's still the 90s era hip hop generates more money than any other music genre or era of music genre.
Yeah, because
right
hip hop music right now, record sales, because the way they broke it down between record sales and streams are down 40%. Record labels are not investing in hip hop or rap artists right now. They're just not, because of the quality of the content is not there no more. You're getting more country music is going to be number one at the end of the year.
Well, I mean, it was up to a certain point.
And Afro beats is coming. They're investing more in local. They're convincing, or they're training some of these new artists, born here, raised here. It doesn't matter. Their parents are not from abroad, to make Afro beat type music, because the market is open for that right now.
Do you think that they're looking for longevity in their sales? because as of the last 5 years,
no, some labels are, some labels aren't. That's why they're pivoting away from certain hip hop acts. They are, because the quality is not there right now.
Who is pivoting off of these acts? That's what I want to know.
The music industry.
The industry.
The labels themselves.
Yeah.
The labels
so what's the name just came out and said, Juicy J just came out and said, he said music sales for hip hop music is down 40%.
Yeah, it is.
Right. So I completely understand that. But when I tell you that you don't have to look far and look at our kids when you're talking about this music that's being pumped out right now. Because a lot of these kids is literally listening to all of this fucking music. We talking about not just the Sukianas and the Sexy Reds. We talking about all the drill music. We talking about all of the all of that shit. All of these kids is listening to it. My son knows a lot of these songs. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the parents to counteract how they pump this shit out to the youth, because it's being pumped out. Most parents be like, oh man, most of these kids be listening to this stuff on like TikTok and stuff like that. But they got TikTok, they got Telegraph, they got
Snapchat.
They got so many other platforms where this shit is being pumped out to these kids, where parents have no clue what they listening to.
Well, that's our fault, bro.
But it is our fault. But your kid got a cell phone in his hand, and it's literally like, oh, well, I blocked these couple posts or these couple platforms, but there are 6 other ones that they can go off and listen to all these other music. So the single mom that's working 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying, first and the second shift, and she don't get home till 11 o'clock. Her son been home since 3. Mm-hmm. Her daughter been home since 3. She on the phone because, you know, these kids is glued to the cell phone. They've been watching this shit on their cell phone all day. Like, yeah, we all stand up, man. We all take care of our kids, but there are a whole lot of other mother suckers that don't do that. True. So then you got a lot of kids out here that's listening to this shit.
Roblox facts. But here's an example.
It's literally the soundtrack for the destruction of our community.
Well, you know what don't help Roblox is them same mamas that you just described are listening to the same fucking music as the goddamn kids. If I see another motherfucking 40-year-old woman talking about my pussy pink, my booty hole brown, I'm gonna put a bullet in her goddamn head. I'm so tired of seeing old motherfuckers like ourselves, but old motherfuckers our age listening to the same music as your motherfucking children, and then wonder what the problem is. You the fucking problem.
I don't listen to
goddamn. Okay. But Hot Tub, I'm not disagreeing with you, brother. But when I tell you that it's a whole lot of them.
Facts.
And it's a lot of kids. It's a lot of parents. There's a lot of single moms out here that's actually doing the right thing. But
you know what? Who gets to shine? The ones who aren't.
Right. But I will say this. I got a friend right now who, she's a great mom. She does the best that she can, but like her youngest is like 6, and then she got 3 kids, and then the gap between her youngest and the middle is like 13 years. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? That same vigor that she had when she was 26, 27 of being a parent is different now when she's 40. You know what I'm saying? So now she got to go to work, and the school is calling her like, "Hey, your son in here acting a damn fool."
So my question.
Let me ask y'all this. Here's one real quick.
Hold on. My question in that scenario, Roadblock. Well, where the dad?
Yes, sir. Hey, man.
All right,
then. Hey, man. That's a good question.
Problem.
That's a good question.
But here's one real quick.
I don't care how good of a mama she claims she is, whatever. Now, if it hurts you when I say this, I'm so sorry it hurts you. But You didn't bring that baby in here by yourself. And if the dad ain't nowhere in the life, then you fucked up. You chose it.
Bad judge of character.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I'm not.
Let's call space now. Let's
go ahead.
Let's keep the bread all the way fresh.
Yeah.
Let's do some truth telling, because that's the elephant in the room that in the black community we don't want to say. You keep saying these men ain't shit, these men ain't taking care of their goddamn children, which is a lie, because we are the most evolved group of men on the planet by the CDC's own admission.
There be some motherfuckers that out here that don't be taking care of their kids.
But that's not the majority. Not majority, Robot.
It's not the majority, but it's enough to where you got these demons running up on people in the middle of the street.
Other communities have
who raised them, Roadblock? If the kids are thugs and gangsters like you're trying to say, who the fuck raised them?
Nobody. Hey man, what I'm not gonna do. Okay, so hold on. What I'm not gonna do is put all the onus on the women. Because it's 50-50.
I'm not putting all the onus on the women.
I'm just saying it's 50-50. It's 50-50 on everybody involved.
Accountability where it need to be. It's a whole system of government that holds black men accountable for. You got a child support system hold us accountable. You have a criminal justice system hold us accountable. Hell, we have everyday average black people that hold black men accountable by saying it's all black men's fault. At some point in fucking time, we need to look back at the people who raising these goddamn children.
Hey man, listen.
That fucked up ass man to deal with.
I'm not about to sit here and say that black women ain't getting thrown in jail because Breonna Taylor got shot.
Fucking raised him.
Breonna Taylor got killed in her home. So what I'm saying is, is that black men and black women go through the same bullshit in this country. So what I'm not gonna do is say that there's no accountability for one section that it is for another. I'm not gonna do that because
there is no system holding black women accountable. I'm gonna tell you what, there is now. The state of Tennessee now has it in effect that if you want to get child support, you have to take a DNA test for that child. And if that child is not their father, you can be charged with that. That's accountability, Roadblock.
That's absolutely dope as hell.
The only level of accountability these women have in this fucking country is that one new law that passed this year.
Yeah, Roadblock. I mean, I have to disagree with you with that because I there's no way that I can say that black women and black men are held to the same standard in this country.
Not at all.
Man, look. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Right now. Black women, literally in this country, in this country that we live in right now, black women, black men have been too, but black women have been raped, and to the point where they have. We're talking about from slavery, from slavery, raped. Bore the slave master's baby, sat there and had to raise that baby, raped again, then get married to the dude that you love, but then get raped again by the slave master. Like we're men, right? We have a certain sense of power that we have in this country, that we have in our bodies, period. Mm-hmm. Where we can like, hey, I don't give a fuck. If you touch it, either you gonna die or I'm gonna die. But you got black women that don't have that same strength when you're dealing with an aggressor. You know what I'm saying? So we as black men have to look at our black women in a totally different space than how the white man looks at them or how somebody else looks at them, because we are supposed to be the protector.
Hold on, Dr. Umar. Roadblock.
I ain't Dr. Umar. Don't say that. Don't do that.
Let me jump in there real quick.
You sound like you're making an assumption that black men don't protect black women.
No, what I'm saying is that what has been said is that black women don't have the same amount of detriment or turmoil that black men have had in this country.
What I'm
right?
not gonna do
Right
what
now,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
think
do
so.
is turn
Right
this
now, I
into
don't
a
think
black
so.
man, black
I'm
woman
nervous
thing.
being on
It's
this
not.
panel with y'all motherfuckers.
But
Not.
I'm gonna say this, Roadblock. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. The black women could have the level of protection, but you have to. With my protection becomes a certain level, you have to listen to the things I'm telling you. If I'm telling you as a black man,
Okay,
don't go
okay.
here,
So we talking
because
about
this will happen.
listening,
I
right?
need you to fucking listen to me.
Okay,
But if
so
you gonna go back and say, black, you can't
listening.
tell me nothing, I'm do what I want to do. Well, then fuck it then. You
Go
said you want to be by yourself.
Right.
We'll handle that. Damn.
So look, let's talk. Let's keep the bread all the way fresh. Let's keep the bread all the way fresh. So my wife's mom, she got with my wife's dad, right? My wife's mom worked all the time. She would come home. She'd be like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? I need you to do this, this, and this." Didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do the certain things that he was supposed to do, right? So she said, "Hey, man, I just need you to just keep a job, just keep it together." Couldn't do it.
Is that a different era though?
But see, the thing is that the shit is generational. The shit is generational. Like, I'm not saying all or everybody, but what we gotta do as black men is give a lot of these black women grace. I'm not talking about devoid of accountability, because accountability is what guides us. Accountability is what guides us, men and women. But what we can't do is be like the same shit that we bitch about when we talking about the man and how the man treats the black man and how the man does this. That same man does the same shit to the black woman, but in a different way.
Okay, I can't do this.
I don't think that's the same in the present right now.
That's a hell of a broad generalization.
I don't think that's happening today.
Hold on. I'm about to bring in a lady. So let's see what she got to say about this. Matter of fact, somebody got to drop off because
I'm gonna fall back for a second. I'll fall back for a second.
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna bring her in now.
Gina, before you say something, I ain't got shit to do with this. I ain't got nothing.
I got shit to do with it, because I think that is just a sweeping generalization, and
that was a hell of a generalization.
I didn't say all. Did I say all at any point in time? I did not.
The way you put it out there, bro.
I did not say all at any point in time. I did not say all.
Okay, it sounds general. What you got to say, Jim?
I agree with Roadblock.
I know you would.
History and proof of present shows that black women, right, wrong, or indifferent, stand behind black men through a lot of stuff.
I'm telling you.
Black men do not support black women the same way. It is
I ain't gonna say that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
It is not saying all. Nothing in this world is all. But in majority, they do not.
That's bullshit.
Actually,
that is absolute bullshit.
I'm never going to agree with that.
And to say that for a woman to end up being a single mom is because of her choice in the
because of her alone.
Are you serious?
Trash.
Yes, I am. Hold on.
Trash. That's trash, man. That's trash. That's trash, dude. That's trash.
How's that trash?
I'm gonna tell you.
That's trash.
Let me talk. Let me
This is
explain.
what I'm about to say.
Let me explain.
It goes both ways. First of all, she did not choose to be a single mom. She believed in the man that she was with, just as much as
she has bad discernment on me.
Yeah, she chose.
Hey, Gina, hold on, Gina, hold on, everybody, hold on. How many motherfuckers on this? How many motherfuckers on this live understand this? Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing, man? You know, I'm gonna be a lover, your father, your
birth control, condoms,
all that shit. Motherfuckers, you be selling wolf tickets out here.
Listen, I'm about to squash it real quick. if you lay
down with him, you let him bust up in you raw.
How much black women
and you decide to have. We don't decide to have the kids.
Black women.
We hold on. Black men do not. Men in general don't have the decision making to decide whether you have a child or not. That is solely your decision whether you have a child. That man showed you at some point in time. Men cannot hide who we are.
What if she's scared to have an abortion? What if she's scared to have an abortion?
You still chose to lay up with him. You still chose to have a child.
You are making the point of black women.
Gina, I'm gonna give you one. I give you one child. If that happened one time, I get it. I totally understand. You got finesse.
But it's a lot of single moms out here with one child.
But when it gets
there's a lot of single moms out here with one child.
The fourth child, it's your fault at that point in time.
And I understand that, but there's a lot of single moms out here with one child.
I'm not generalizing every single mother because I'm not saying every single mother is a bad mother. That is not what I'm saying. But I am saying that when you see these children that are out of control, that are raised by those single mothers, that is those single mothers that their upbringing is the direct result of those single mothers that raised.
It is not, and this is why I'm gonna tell
you. All right, so look,
how is it now? Who raised them then?
Listen, if you listen without trying to speak, you will hear. I came up in a two-parent family. Two parents. Father worked, mother was home with the kids. Both of my brothers is in the streets, having kids all over the city. They weren't raised that way. Being raised in a two-parent home does not guarantee that you are not a problem child.
No, it does not. But
being raised
statistically, it does give you a better chance of not being in there.
Right. Statistically, it gives you a better chance of not being fucked up.
I know a lot of statistically nots.
Yeah, those are outliers. Okay. Those are not the norm. Statistically, by the numbers.
For me to know as many people.
So you saying people that come from a two-parent household end up fucked up the majority of the time?
People are people. The worst part about this is that most mothers, black, white, or indifferent, when their kids go astray from what they have upbringed them to, they blame themselves anyway. So the fact that people will actually look at it as their fault when it really isn't. It is not. The parent, if you're bringing your child up right, you don't control which way the child goes in. Y'all mean to tell me none of y'all have done stuff that your parents would not be proud of?
Oh, hell yeah.
Everybody has.
Were you raised to be that way?
No. Nope.
But nobody is out. We're not in the streets. We're not.
Is it the result of getting caught and not getting caught?
Yeah, I was in the streets like a motherfucker.
What would make that okay for me to put that on your upbringing? It doesn't. You're judging something. You're actually falling into stereotypes at this point.
No, I am not.
It goes back. Look, hold on, Gina. Hold on. It goes back to.
I'm standing on everything I said in there.
Of course, because most cats do.
Hold on, bro. God damn.
I'm just saying. I'm agreeing with you.
Look here. I'm talking as the product of a single mother. Now, I will be the first one to say all single mothers are not bad mothers. That is not what I'm saying. And I keep repeating that. I don't know why I have to. But I am saying that as a product of a single mother, there were things that I do say she lacked in raising me because she didn't have that father there. I'm not giving these black men a pass that leave these mothers, single mothers. No, but I'm saying it's a whole system. It's whole systems that hold them accountable. If they don't raise their children, you put them on child support. If they don't pay the child support, they go to jail. That's accountability. That's a system of accountability. But there is absolutely no system of accountability for bad mothers.
Accountability.
That's what needs to be said, and that's what needs to happen.
It's the financial part. Then why does the child go astray? Because they have a single mother.
Because
I've always said this from jump. It's more being attentive and being present than it is
there you go.
Than the money. If you are around and you are attentive to that child, that is going to be more valuable than money when it comes to now. That's when we talking about raising the child.
Yeah.
When it comes to the government, that's a totally different animal.
Are there things but this is the thing too. It works both ways. And the sad part is men who are dealing with women who are not good parents, and they are a good parent, the relationship just didn't work. They don't. They just assume the system won't work the same for them.
No. And you want to know something? Now I can talk from that space personally, and that's bullshit. And nobody just assume that the fucking system doesn't work the same for men.
It does not.
Women. That is. It's no way.
That's because the woman is the custodial parent in most cases.
No way that you can say that there's a level playing field. Men in the family court system get treated like shit, and women get kid gloves. That's the fucking truth. I've been there.
Can I tell y'all the story real quick?
I have seen the opposite.
It's
still going to depend on the woman. It can't be just because you didn't like something that happened a certain way.
No, that's not true. I sat in Queen's family court many a time, hours watching motherfuckers come out mad as hell, and the women come out, oh, everything is sweet. That's bullshit. Women in the family court system get treated like they can't do no fucking wrong, and men get fucked. And I know that personally. That's my own personal.
So I understand that man and women. Goddamn, you told me hold on like 5-6 times. Shit, goddamn.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick.
Well, that's why I know this is not
my ex-wife.
The problem
this is my personal experience.
They do business without having receipts for their business. They get money to
the money. It ain't got shit to do with no.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Because if you're going to go into court,
when you walk in the family court as a man,
I don't care what court. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's criminal. I don't care what court. You walk into court, you better have your receipts.
Fuck men, and that's the truth.
I work in bankruptcy. You can't walk into bankruptcy court without receipts. You need paperwork. So you
can't go into court and say I gave her $600 for school clothes and that shit ain't documented.
Family court that he is fucked up and the woman is right. That shit starts from the fucking door when you walk in there.
I know too many of them who have been successful in it for that
you a man, you walk in family court, you fucked up. A woman walk in, she not. That shit is how when you walk in the fucking door. That's how there's no even playing ground in no fucking family court.
It is not.
That's bullshit.
Hold on, Jenna. You talking to a dude who raised my daughter.
Receipts, if you have your ducks in a row, it's a lot more.
It ain't got nothing to do with the fucking. And matter of fact, you want to know something? You want to know how I know that's bullshit? Because I'm a motherfucker who had his ducks in a row. I had my ducks in a row, and you want to know what happened? I got fucked anyway. I had my ducks in a row. I had a strong ass woman behind me who made sure, who's my wife today, who made sure my shit was in a fucking row. And you want to know something? The family court still fucked me because I'm a man. And for some reason, I'm wrong and I'm in family court because I'm a man. That shit happens to men every fucking day.
I'm not saying it doesn't ever happen. What I'm saying is I've seen a lot of them be
successful. So I need all of us to think about something right real quick. Hold on. We got to stop putting anecdotal evidence in what's going on. Because hold on, Zach. Hold on, man. Hold on. That's your anecdotal evidence. I understand that. But I know somebody personally. Hold on, Zach. Damn. I know somebody personally who got my dude who got custody of his daughter. You know what I'm saying? But so what I'm saying is that shit happens one way or the other, and then in most cases it does go towards the woman's way because women give birth, they are basically given the custodial parenthood and the rights to have the kid. I understand that, but that is custodial. Now what we talking about literally how black men and black women relate to each other when it talks about giving birth to children. Everybody got to do better. Right?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
We can't. So we got to think to ourselves. We got to think to ourselves. We got to stop fucking raw with these motherfuckers.
Roadblock, you right, but that still don't go back to the fact that men get shit on in family court more than women do.
But don't put yourself in a situation where your ass gonna get shit on. Period. Don't put yourself in a situation where you gonna get shit on.
Okay,
Don't do
that
it.
goes for the women too. Don't put the women in a situation with a
Negro.
dude.
I did
who
not
gonna shit on
say
you.
gender wise. I
That
was
goes for
talking
both
about
parties, bro.
men and women. I didn't say who the fuck who. I didn't say who
I'm
gender
just putting that qualifier on
specified.
there.
I specifically said, man, it didn't matter. So what I'm saying is that niggas gotta strap the fuck up. Period. Stop fucking these girls raw. Stop doing that shit. When I was coaching, when I was coaching football, when I was coaching football, high school football, I had one of my kids. All of these kids, they talking about like, oh fuck that, I hate condoms. Da, da, da. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck you talking about? You hate condoms? I said, put the condom on, man. I was like, how you know who you gonna be with 10 years from now? You don't know if you're gonna be with this girl 10 years from now. Put a condom on. Oh man, it feel different when I put a condom on. I want to go in there raw. So a lot of these dudes that I've seen, a lot of these high school kids, they be trying to finesse the girls to try to put not to put the condom on. They just be trying to fuck. So what I'm saying is that we gotta teach our boys, regardless of whatever the fuck, protect your man, protect your seed.
That's true.
And I taught my girls.
Because I got a boy and a girl. I got a boy and a girl. I'm still talking. I will let you talk in a minute. I will let you talk. Stop trying to respond. Stop trying to listen to respond. Listen to understand what I'm saying, and I will let you talk, Hot Tub. Goddamn. So what I'm saying is, shit.
Hold on. Let's back.
God damn, man! I'll be getting 5 words in, but hold on, roadblock shit. Hold on, God damn,
man, look, don't act like you ain't
I let you talk. Shit.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's. We got Parasite just came on. We got Erica just came on. Let's get some more shit. This is great, man. I love this.
Barbershop talk. God damn.
Yeah, right.
LeBron and Jordan.
Erica, Parasite.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
What's up, Parasite?
Peace and love. Yeah. This is it's actually a much needed dialogue. And it probably needs to happen more than one time, because this is a situation that it's gonna cause what we see. It's gonna run deep within our inner part. Our emotions are going to be touched, because we all have we all have skin in this game. I come on, I represent one select few. I happen to have melanated skin, but I represent one selected few where I came from a certain upbringing. I started young as a married man. The marriage lasted what 12 years, and turmoil set in. And one of the things that I found that I was a victim of was society's influence, because as a young person, it was hard to get a job making money in my field of study. It took a while to get some traction. I'm an automotive mechanic by trade. I'm currently an electronic technician. I started out of school and I married my quote unquote sweetheart. Still got love, you know what I'm saying? Got children, all of this. We went through some things. Finances, I think, was one of the things that drove certain things a certain way. I'm not blaming nobody. I hold a whole lot because I didn't know what the heck I was doing, for one thing. We didn't know a lot of the heck of what we was doing, except, that Tony feel good. Some of that was in the game now, you know what I'm saying? But we was making a move, we was making out, and then it was always something that was a train wreck. Naturally, as young people want to say, what's the fault? What's the blame? This and that. You get in discussions, you get into things, and stuff happens, and man, but what happens is people get in people's ears, People say, if I were you, I would have said to anybody, get your facts straight. Don't be listening to folks that say, if I was you, and they ain't nowhere close to the situation. But I'm going to tell you this. I paid child support while my children were with me at a period in time.
I understand.
They were basically kidnapped, and nothing I could do about it because I had only what you call joint custody, which was unenforceable. Yeah, it was stated to be enforceable. I didn't have the kind of money to make this thing happen. So I had to resort to the only thing that everybody would tell you right now is BS. I had to pray about it and walk off. Walk away from the situation and go to work. I had to go to work. So I got to the point where I moved and I was still paying. And I was paying through payroll deductions, and they drew me into court and had this big number. And when they allowed me to speak with no lawyer present, they allowed me to speak, and everybody went to running in the courtroom because I said I have evidence that I have been giving had weekly withdrawals concerning the 2 minors that were involved in this situation. Yet the evidence shows that the agency only paid for 1. They all had to scramble. And the thing was, systematically, I was supposed to be in jail because there was a warrant out for my arrest at the time. Bang, bang, here we go. Another $1,100 go through the system. Oh, no Vaseline, as Ice-T said. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in here, do this and that. Man, my job bailed me out. My job bailed me out on the strength that I could make this money and pay this money back. So when I paid this company off, that's when I moved to another state. The best thing I ever did, I went to work for the government. The government don't pay to private entity. That's where my business got straightened out. I am one of the only few people that you would ever hear tell of in America that got money back from the child support system because they screwed me over. First time I went and got a car. Second time I bought me an SLR camera. And there's a couple things I didn't do, and I'm not, I was in tax trouble the whole time because of the way they was tearing me up. They was garnishing, they was drawing, they was pulling, they was doing everything. But when I went to work for a government agency, things changed because they only pay a certain way. And it made it all change because it was a private lawyer that had got involved that stood in front of the other state and jacked it. That joker was jacking it, but it worked out that way. It took me some years. Okay, but I would say to anyone, be responsible, be a stand-up on your responsibility, because that was the one thing I did. Because when I said to the lady, personally, I said, that number is not enough. I will make 3 times that money as soon as I get my career on, and that was the absolute truth. Now, that doesn't say anybody else's point is not valid, but I'm just saying I represent the select few that tried to do. You know how many days I cried about the fact that I couldn't get things correct because, for one, it was my age. And right now, all you hear in every city, the young people this, the young people that. Young people can't do this. They can't do that. They can't get a job. The insurance is too high when they buy a car. Everything, and you want to do the same thing you see other people do, but you got to build a track record. How do you build a track record when nobody give you a chance? You got to make your own breaks. That's the way the system is set up. So let's look at the fact it is a systematic disadvantage for who? People of color. Yep. People of color have a systematic disadvantage. However, now I don't let that be an excuse or a hindrance. Because when the rubber meets the road, it's all about keep on going. You hear Prime talking to his guys down there, Coach Prime over in Colorado, and he did it in Jackson State down in Mississippi. And the thing is, sometimes when you come from different areas of the country, you have different culture barriers for understanding. And sometimes traditions take you to a whole different thing. And but he's trying to share with the young men, if you have a potential of getting yourself into a place where you can make money, if you happen to go pro or if you happen to be professional in what you're going to school for, you got to be wise with your decisions and don't do anything that's going to cause you grief. And somebody made mention of the way you go about this thing. Now, We vilify people that actually stand up and say it. Look at what's happening to Coach Prime, Deion Sanders right now. They trying to tear him down. Why? Because he's telling these men how to keep it in the pocket. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? He telling that. When Bill Cosby came out with these statements, pull your pants up and quit treating women this and that. Here they come. They want to vilify him. But now you got this other guy come out here and say this and say that. Oh, he's a superstar. He a hero. You saying some garbage. They put you on the top of the pedestal till you mess around and call out this certain group of people that's got protection. You know, then you get dosed again. But you got hundreds of billions of dollars. You know, I ain't gonna call no name because I know this somebody else's show. I'm trying to show that respect. But all I'm saying is when somebody rises to the top and tries to speak the wisdom and actually has traction with people listening, the system, the powers that be, I don't know, you may not believe that there is a certain thing like that, but you know, your international bankers and all those other people that actually have control, and then the said industry that we talked about, the music industry, as well as the media and all these other people, there is a lot of control in there where people will just vilify, and this is an old model. When somebody is catching traction, they will vilify them, come against them, make them look bad, then smear them and take them down because they want to silence that voice that says this is how you project yourself as a positive image for who you are and how you appear. But the news,
let me ask y'all a question though.
They show you looking bad in your neighborhoods. They go, when something happened, they go to the worst part of the neighborhood, get the worst person to interview. They get Miss Annie B in her house coat by the garden.
Not Miss Annie B though.
I let me try, man. Appreciate y'all, man. But look, I love the passion that everybody has because I can tell everybody has some skin in this game from some view and everything. And I appreciate the passion. And we begin by dialogue, and we probably need several more. And I ain't saying this is therapy, but we need several more opportunities to have this type of dialogue because others need to hear this and actually think about it rather than being I ain't gonna say controlled, but influenced by the music and some of the things that are going on, even the poetry that's out now and the different things that are there that's given the image of doing certain things that's not necessarily what our values are. We need to start teaching our values. But the one thing we can do is be in our children's ear. Because I know my children came back to me. They say, I remember what you said, Daddy.
Yep.
They said,
let me ask y'all, when do you think the dynamic of the black family changed? When the hell did that happen? Or
the crack era.
Never absolutely there?
The crack era.
I said mid-civil rights. Mid-civil rights era.
Well, you can go back that far too, yeah.
Mid-civil rights era. Everything was good and strong, but at the same time, thing was happening. A lot of attention was being put in one area. And the tapes are still out there where Dr. King said, I feel like I led my people into a burning building.
So it was like the late 60s into the early 70s, because that was the time where the Great Migration happened, where a lot of black people moved up north, right? A lot of black people moved up north, you know, Michigan, like Detroit, Chicago, New York, and stuff like that, because you had a lot of industry jobs. You had a lot of steel plants. You had a lot like Gary, you know what I'm saying? You had a lot of automobile plants and shit like that. And what ended up happening was, you know, motherfuckers was like, oh man, these black folks that came up from the South, we can shut this shit down. Well, it was a big steel plant in Toledo called Doler Jarvis. A lot of black people worked there. It's in the middle of the city, man. Detroit and Hoke. They closed that shit down. When that shit happened, man, a lot of people lost their damn job, man. A lot of people lost their job. You know what I'm saying? And that's where at that same time they implemented the child support and all that stuff, and men leaving the household and the crack and all that shit happened at the same time. So none of this shit is our fault.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? None of this shit is the black man or the black woman's fault. This shit is all by design. So while we sitting here fighting each other and trying to punch each other in the face about some shit, this shit has all been by design.
I gotta ask you.
My woman wasn't getting all the money they was taking.
If by design, are as black men, are we that weak
No, it's more. It's not by we are weak. It's that coming out of slavery and coming from a destitute position, we are literally grasping at whatever we can get.
ARD, what up, man?
Right? You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you coming from a destitute position, it's like, what can I get that's gonna bring me up out of this? And I got something that's gonna put me up. And then when you get to the top of whatever you trying to grasp at, you get to the top, you like, oh, this some bullshit. But by the time you look down and see where the fuck you was at, you can't see the bottom. You can't see the bottom.
I wouldn't say that it's a weakness either, but I would say, and this is not generalizing all, but very easily influenced. The only way to create division is to be able to sprinkle something that's going to create the division. So something was done that allowed it to seem okay for the division to happen.
I don't think it was one. I don't think it was one thing, to be honest with you. I think it was a myriad.
It
was a culmination of many things. Yep.
Right. I'm not saying
the expansion of the welfare state had a lot to do with it, right? Because then you didn't need the man, right?
Money does
not. You did holistically, you did, but from
more white people on welfare
standpoint, there is, but
in order to run a household, you didn't.
And it's hey, let's be honest, it's taking a bite out of the white community as well too.
Yeah, there's a lot of white people on welfare, man.
Yeah.
Who was it created for? Who was it created for?
But that's what that was the answer to the question of when the black family started to decline. A lot of it was by design. You know what I'm saying? Like,
correct.
Oh, let's give you this WIC. Let's give you this AFDC. Now you don't need Roadblock. You know what I'm saying? You don't need Billy. You don't need
But I don't think it was a not need, because in most situations, even being on the outside looking into your own things that you can see in your own families, women tend to try to hold on more so, even when somebody is trying to leave the situation. So it's like, what is there that's creating this making it so easy, make it seem to appear to be easy to walk away, rather than, because most of us on the panel, I don't know that everybody is, but most of us are married, and some have been married. So everyone knows that has been married. Marriage is work. You have to be willing to do the work in order for the marriage to make it. And it's not easy work, so I can understand that sometimes it's a lot more than some people, are willing to put, to do. But what causes, sometimes relationship dissolves over something so minute. Why was that so easy to dissolve something that you've had and that, should be valuable to you?
Right.
I think it's more to it than.
Before it gets to that point, seeds have to be planted.
It's a lot more nuanced than just. I don't think the answer is that easy. There's a lot that has to do with that, I think, because you move into spaces of the whole feminist movement of I'm woman, hear me raw. I don't need anybody. I can do shit myself.
But to Gigi's point, like if we track that process, right, it may be one little thing that broke the camel's back, but there's a myriad
of things that led up to that.
Yeah, led before that. And we want to just focus on that one little thing and not focus on, you know what I'm saying? Like that's wrong.
I think that the I am woman, hear me roar now thing, that's coming from women having to pull the pants up and make it happen. Not sitting there crying about what didn't work out and what didn't happen, but having to step up and do what they have to do. So now it can't be an anger to the fact that now women are stronger because they had to be. What would you expect to happen?
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. I said that there's more to it than that, but that's part of it too. If I'm a man and I'm designed a certain way and I'm taught to be a certain way, and I go to a woman and I'm trying to support her, and she looks back at me and tell me, well, I don't really need you. I can do this by myself. What I'm gonna do?
That's different. That's different.
I'm gonna go to the next woman and be like, something, screw you. Go help yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and chick who's gonna let me.
I can agree with that.
So I'm going to bring something to the forefront that a lot of people don't want to do, but should do. Therapy.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with that.
So that relationship that fucks you up, you need to go talk to somebody.
It's true.
Yes.
Because before you get into another relationship with somebody else, talk to somebody.
Yes.
I second that amendment.
Because you going in as a broken person into a relationship ain't gonna do nothing but break that shit.
Yes.
I got a weird ass question.
I do think therapy comes in all different forms. So.
One thing for everybody on the panel: pick one thing that you can take out of society or relationships or life as of now that would fix Black relationships, that would better a Black household. One thing. I'll start first. Social media.
Oh, damn.
It didn't break them. So
why you say
it didn't break them?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think social media broke the
so
family.
we wouldn't be talking right now if it was social media, Billy.
I know that.
Yeah,
where would we be?
The decline of Black family happened decades before social media was a thing.
Where would each of us be if there was no social media right now?
In the bed.
In the bed.
With your husband. With your wife. I think social media is a very dangerous outlet for a lot of people. It's healthy for a lot of people, but it's very dangerous also. You learn.
I would say music. I
would push back on that, Billy, because I think it still comes down to the individual, right? I think we still have to place the. I agree with where you're going, but I think we still have to place the responsibility on the individual, because I've always said about when the issue of social media comes up, right? Because I'm in cyber or whatnot. If I can defeat your grand plan by simply logging out, it was a shit of a grand plan to begin with.
Well, here's the thing.
So it's not that it's not we overestimate the effect of social media.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Not everybody is built like a rock. So social media is built upon the word influence. And if somebody can influence your girl to like something better than you, to see somebody with more money that looks better, that has a better body, or the same thing opposite for a guy or whatever, take that out of the picture. Take these magazines that women now feel like they have to do something to their body or to their hair or to their eyes or whatever. Take that influence out. And you understand how social media tears apart each little piece of every age group that exists, every relationship that exists, because you'll start comparing what God gave to you to what you see out in the world.
The only thing that social media is,
I'm not sure that's a negative, Billy.
So social media did was create more communication. That's all it did.
Outside of the household.
It just made outside of the household, inside of the household. It just.
But if you secure in your relationship, you should be good.
It made me be able to see shit that was always there. I just couldn't see it. So I don't think social media.
If I'm in a relationship and you have that characteristic where you can be influenced away from me, but that whoever influenced you away from me is doing me a favor. Let's be honest.
It's what's in you.
So I'll say the music, because the music has been literally the music has been cultivated to destroy our community for years. For years. And it gradually, so back in the day, we had Little Kim, it was risque. She would do some shit, you know what I'm saying? But then you move on, you got your Cardi B's, and now you got your Sukianas, and now you got your Sexy Reds. And so like now, My Booty Hole Brown is on the radio.
I ain't even heard that.
I ain't even heard that either.
I never heard this lady.
I never heard that.
But even that is choreographed, right? Because I can bring up the Cyrox, I can bring up the Rhapsodies, I can bring up the John Grays, I can bring up the Bahamadees.
But see, like with a lot of the bullshit rap that we got, like that bullshit drill rap and all that shit. We got Talib Kweli, we got a whole lot of other cats out here that's dope as hell. But what's being pumped? Because the music industries, the execs, they control what's being filtered out to the people. So this that slow. It's that slow.
Are self-promoting themselves. They don't even have execs involved anymore. They don't have
Black Star did not.
So who is behind? So who is behind? So how does? And I'll say this. So when you listen to the radio, and I'll tell you because this is psychology, right? This is how psychology works. You play something one time, somebody be like, man, that shit is trash. Who the fuck? Why the hell is y'all playing that shit? Then they play it the next hour. Then they play it the next hour. Then they play it the next hour because it has a catchy hook. And then by the time the end of the day or the next day, you know the
hear it again.
You know the hook and you actually humming it while you at work. So imagine us being in our 30s and 40s. Be like, man, that shit trash. I'm just about to listen to some Kenny G or some shit. But imagine the 13-year-old, the 8-year-old.
I don't know many 13 or 14-year-olds who listen to radios. They listen to, they got playlists that they create themselves.
But ask them, do they know who Sexy Red is? Ask them, do they know
I
who?
know my daughter does it, and she's 14. She don't like regular.
But even take today's
that's your daughter.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Because you're a great mom. You're a good mom, and you doing your thing. But then it's a lot of moms that be out here that got their 13-year-old watching the 6-year-old while the mom is at work. And this 13-year-old is listening to the shit, so the 6-year-old is hearing all of that shit.
Yeah,
but even these current generation cats that are listening to Sexy Red on the radio, how many of them are familiar with Earth Gang, right? Because they're still conscious artists, they're still positive artists today.
I don't think they listen to that.
They're not
I don't think they listen to that
because it's not being fed to them.
They don't push it. Yeah, they don't push it.
Same way.
But that's the whole point. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. What is being filtered? What is being filtered to your kids? What is being filtered to these kids that what they listening to? Because it'd be like I was at the bar the other day, and it's folks my age. We listening to some good, wholesome. I ain't gonna say wholesome hip hop and R&B and shit like that. Zach, shut up. But the ratchet shit come on. Right. But the ratchet shit come on, and then everybody go, "Oh, that's my shit." Da, 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 da. And then they talking the most nastiest, debaucherous shit about women, but all the women on the dance floor is singing all the words.
It started with us, Roadblock.
It started with us.
Because now we're talking about Uchi Wally Wally. I mean, this ain't
Superman that hoe.
It's like
Superman that hoe.
But it's like if Annie Up comes on right now, I get hyped, and I ain't going out to rob nobody.
But you got sense.
2 Live Crew was the beginning of that impossibly can't.
Was the 2 Live Crew or was the NWA?
It was
Billy, you about to ask something, Billy.
2 Live Crew.
I think you got cut off. You're about to ask me something, Billy.
One went one way, and one was the
I was
other
going to
way.
ask your opinion on that. What do you think is the one thing that would repair or begin a good trail for the Black foundation, for the Black dynamic family? What can be taken away that's ruining it, or what can be added that's not?
True conversations, right? A lot of times we start having these conversations. This particular conversation, like earlier before I came in, everybody was spitting truths, but they was fighting with truths, right? Nobody was looking at the actual product and the outcome, right? I'll give everybody's on this panel is at fault. Now what we gonna do? I just saved 3 hours of conversation. Now what?
What's the action?
Right? We never get to that point. The Black community is still on day one, hour one conversation.
It seems
like you got your Roland Martins, you got your Umars, you got all these people, but ain't nobody actually doing. People, you know what I'm saying? So we got politicians
and how there's disadvantages.
Yeah, but then we got politicians.
Go ahead and tell me. Tell me about
Yeah,
that.
but we got politicians that know this shit, but then they literally just buy into the bullshit of the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, and then nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. So we sit here in a constant state of what the fuck. And I've been saying that since day one. Black people been at a constant state of what the fuck. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
We're trying to figure out a way to win a game that's not designed to be won.
Basically.
Remember War Game? Like the computer, like the only way to defeat it was to teach it that it couldn't win the game.
Mm-hmm. Because the government works like molasses. This shit don't work like we're gonna do this shit today and then next week this shit gonna happen. No, these motherfuckers been planning this shit. Henry, if y'all listen to the national security memorandums from Henry Kissinger about black people, this shit been planned for years.
Hoover
all of these motherfuckers, man. They've been doing this shit for years, man, since the 60s. They've been like, hey, man, we cannot let the next black messiah come to the forefront. We have to kill them or discredit them, period. Because if black people, and what the main thing what they did was they said, hey, let's have these motherfucking black people follow entertainers. Because we can control the entertainers. We can control the entertainers by money, with money.
Pied Piper mentality.
The Pied Piper, but the one thing that we can't do with a revolutionary is control them with money. Because
as a community, I think we need to get out of politics, to be honest.
Right. The most disrespectful, the most dangerous group of people for the government is any black teen from the age of 13 to 20. Because from the age of 13 to 20, they don't have kids. They don't have a family. They're single. So they don't have anything. Like those are the soldier ages.
Nothing to lose ages.
Nothing to lose. So we have to destroy them.
Yeah. To be honest with you, whether you vote Democrat, Republican, Lib, Green, whatever, really what the argument that you're making is this group of people over here have the best solutions, right? My argument is do away with all that. Stop voting, because then the responsibility falls back on you. How are you going to solve your own problems? That's what we need in our community. Stop abdicating responsibility to other people.
I'll tell you this right
400 years that hasn't worked. So what you gonna do now? That's what I talk about the day one conversations. We need to move to day two. Now what we gonna do? Because we tried this and it didn't work.
Yep. And and I'll tell you this right now, I had no qualms about it. I'm not voting in this election. I don't give a
fuck. I'm same here.
I'm not voting.
Gina, same question for you. Is there something that you could throw in that conversation?
I actually agree with the comment that's on the screen, because I think a lot of what I see a lot of times is in our families, we're trying to keep up with things with the Joneses a lot. I see kids who are 6 years old with cell phones. Why your 6-year-old got a cell phone? Man. If they ain't with you, they should be with a family member. So why?
It's
I see stuff like that. Why are they having social media accounts? Why? Why are we, every little thing they want, they're getting. They don't have any, like, these kids are coming up at the point where they don't want to do nothing in life. Like, they don't want to work. They want to do minimum and get paid a lot. They don't want to do nothing. So, we got to do better at not always trying to create this image that we see maybe through social media, but not even just social media, because it didn't start with social media. It started with TV and magazines and things like that.
Well, now
we try to live up to those visions and create some foundation in your kids.
I know and understand that social media is a fairly new term, but realize that social media is the city hall. Social media is the newspaper. Social media is the magazines. from black and white television, from AM channel radio stations, all the way until your cell phones held now. That was the outlet, social media, but we just kind of just named it social media. You know what I mean? So all that
I'll give you a real answer. Well, my 6-year-old had a phone, so I didn't have to contact you because I can't stand you. Right. So that became a function. That became a function of broken families, right? Like,
yeah. See, I didn't have that. And my first child, I was a single mom for 12 years before I met my husband. So, and she did not have a cell phone. For why? But I'm a different person, so I can't speak to other people's relationship. I'm not going to keep you from seeing your child and talking to your child. I'm not going to make it difficult. It's not going to be, you ain't even got to talk to me. I see you come up, get the phone to the child. It's your dad.
But that does happen in our community quite a bit. So if this phone is a line directly to you, and I can bypass all that, and I can still be in your life, then it's a good tool.
We couldn't do that before cell phones. So why are we making it? Because it's convenient to be able to do it now. Why not deal with the hard stuff? The hard stuff is dealing with that person you don't want to talk to. How you doing today? Is such and such around? Can I speak to them for a little bit?
Man, we gotta talk about the toxicity of people. So we got dudes that be like, if I can't still hit that shit, I don't give a fuck about that kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or we be like, the chicks be like, oh well, you got your new boo over there, and da. You can't see your kid.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that immaturity, and that's because that comes with the being healed before you get into a relationship with somebody.
Very true.
That's that therapy thing you
Very
true. That therapy, man. Like, you got to be healed before you go and make a whole nother human with somebody, and your ass is broken.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, therapy made a lot of difference in my life.
Yeah.
It did for me too, man. It did for me too.
Could cover all forms. There could be roadblock literally saying, "Tank, man, what the hell are you doing, man?"
I'm gonna go practice making another human. I love that.
Hey, TMI, bro. TMI.
Too much information.
Wait, light skin information, bro. Hold on, man.
That's why she was Winnie the Pooh.
Tell him it's
Hey, here you go, Billy. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Guess what, Roblox? I ain't gonna use no condom. Bye.
Hey, before you go, Billy,
you ain't supposed to.
Billy ran. But hey, one of the things that I guess if we could take away the ideology of having habits and vices, you know, it's like society way back. They were cigarettes. You know, everything is commercialized. If we could get away from that and raise our family values upward, you know, like kind of like the comment that said economics, focus on the things that we need. And that starts in our dialogue with our children at home and how we talk to them, because you know, alcohol becomes a vice, you know, sex, weed, whatever is driven by, you know, whatever is driven in the outer society. Like, you know, when they come out of school, you know, there's a little populist group around, and whatever is going on, they kind of tend to hear that and listen to that. But then they have to know, hey, you don't have to be part of your peer group to be some successful. I remember my son, I hope when he see this, he don't get mad at me, but I'm gonna say it like this. He you know, there was a time frame when everybody was, you know, there were no virgins in his high school class. I said, dude, once you start making money, it's gonna start, you know, when you start getting your life on, all those things gonna come in line. Don't be tripping on that. Don't worry about that part of it. You know, now it gives me joy to hear him, you know, make the report. He paid off his monthly bills. He's getting the hours on his job and things like that. Paid his car note. He's got his stuff to get, you know, he's working on getting, you know, further ahead. And I'm like, man, there's a couple things I need to tighten up on, you know.
Yeah.
And the conversation we have is, you know, we talked about some, you know, like weapons and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, but you did this. I said, but I didn't buy anything until my kid was out the house. I said, yeah, see, you know, that really did happen. I said, I was walking around with the old-fashioned things for quite some time and was okay. And I bought a few things. Then I had to talk to myself. Why am I buying this? Why do I want this? And there's a few things I want, but it's because I want them. But then I had to think of, and I can get them. I can get them. I thank God I can get them. But it's like, do I need it? What I need it for? If a fire break out, how many things can I grab and run up out here with? Oh, so. And the same thing I'm hoping that my son catches on to these same things. You figure out, what do you need? Yeah, it's a few things you want just because you want them. It's your little thing. And sometimes I go through those things. I find them a little depressed. We have to admit we do have a little depression from time to time. I will every now and then. Then I buy something for myself out of depression. Like, boom, I need something,
absolutely,
get myself back up. Sometimes it's just ice cream. Sometimes I just roll up the Dairy Queen, man. That's why I'm a big kind bigger. I got to work on that. But anyway, hey, I've enjoyed everything. I'm gonna pull it back, man. Great dialogue, great. Keep it happening, y'all. Keep it happening.
Appreciate you, Paris. I appreciate you, brother.
Everybody.
All right, Paris.
Have a good night.
Slide back to the comment section.
All right, man. T, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on?
What's up, man? I ain't see you back. I just saw you back. Let me bring you in, bro. I ain't see you back.
Hey, it's all right. Just kind of going off of what he said. My grandmother once told me, man, a while back, when I really wanted to get something and I really didn't need it. She said, if anybody wasn't there to see what you have, would you really get what you wanted to get? And I said no, because I was basically doing it to kind of impress, so to speak. And as Gigi said, keep up with the Joneses. One of the things that I never heard really anybody talk about is we don't like to take accountability for what we do as individuals. We could talk about family all day long, but it starts as each individual taking some kind of accountability for their choices and what they do in life. I've been married for 30 years. I have 4 children. And at the end of the day, man, it takes time. We live to learn. There's some mistakes that we are going to make, and we're going to make them to learn from those mistakes. At the end of the day, we all have to take some extra time to spend time with our children, take some extra time to ourselves, and extra time for our significant others. Because at the end of the day, man, it's like we are always going to make the choices. And my wife is my partner. Understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't make the right decisions, and I got her to tell me, hey, why are you doing this? Why are you, making this choice and decision? And sometimes when I hear her side of it, I start to think, and I start to sit back and think of, man, maybe she's right in that, and I didn't really need to do that or buy that or get that. But at the same time, like, we all gonna go through ups and downs. We fight all the time with our siblings, our sisters, and our brothers, everybody. We always gonna be like that. It's life. But at the end of the day, we have to learn to start accepting and taking accountability for our choices in life, man. We give a lot of credit to social media, and even I heard Roblox to music, and it is that. But if you are a really true individual to yourself, if somebody talks to me, and I grew up listening to NWA, I ain't never pulled no gun out on anybody and shot them because there was another nigga on the block. I don't even like listening to people in rap or whatever music talking about killing our own people just because of what they have or what they look like. I say what up to my brothers every time I see them, whether they say hi or not. I'll just keep it moving. But at the end of the day, I'm proud to be a black man, and I'm proud of my people, and that's how I'm going to treat it. And sometimes what we do, it projects on other people. And I had said one time to this brother, I said, what's up? He's like, you don't know me. I said, that's why I said, what's up to you, my man? And he was like, oh, okay, I got you. What's up? But at the end of the day, man, we just really have to learn to start taking accountability, and we got to spend time with our children, because when we're looking at it at a wider spectrum and we're teaching our children, some people are going to listen to whatever they want to listen to, but it shouldn't make you act out a person because you heard somebody else say it. What are we giving ourselves as far as a human being when we're so easily influenced like that? It's got something to do with our mentality and our mindset of where we are. And I do agree with Roblox when he talks about therapy as well, because that also gives you some responsibility.
Yes. Agree.
Good point, brother. Good point.
Well said.
And to that point, I think we also have to have very candid conversations with our kids, right? A lot of people hide from that. I remember I was having a conversation with my daughter one day. It was a spirited conversation. I don't remember about what, but she just stopped and she was like, "You think you're a badass, right?" Like, I talked to her the same way I talked to y'all, right? So this is how it was coming off to her. And I had to like, look, if I had a fight every day for the rest of my life, I would still be under 500. Like, I came up banging the sling. I used to get stomped out. I used to get jumped. Like, I'm not gonna be on the positive side of that win-loss record. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason that I can speak the way I speak. Because what you gonna do? Knock me out? Okay, been there. I woke up refreshed. And what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I told her, like, the one upside to all that bullshit I went through is that her and her siblings don't have to go through it. Right. I took them L's. I took them lumps. So don't redo what I did. Learn from me. You want to see me as a fool? Oh, your old man a fool? Fine. Right? Like, I don't have more guns put on me than I can count. If you ain't got to go through that, fine. That was a success then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take my L's so that you don't have to. And a lot of parents don't want to come with that level of realness with their kids, man.
Yep. Got to.
You do.
Got to.
Because somebody else is gonna be doing it.
I tell my son all the time. I say, look, I'm gonna be hard on you because the real world ain't gonna give a fuck about you.
Not at all.
I tell my son that I tell my world the world don't give a fuck about you.
That's what I said. They don't give a fuck about you, man.
Thanks.
Like, so what I'm doing to you is out of love because I love you so much not to go through the bullshit. But that world out there, it don't love you.
Nope.
So that pain that you get from them ain't gonna be out of love. It's gonna be out of wanting you to succeed. It's gonna be out of wanting you to fail, wanting you to go to jail, wanting you to be caught up in that bullshit that everybody else is caught up in. When I coached football for 5 years at an all-black inner city school. To tell you the amount of kids that I coach that are in jail right now is ridiculous. And I tried to tell them when they was under my wing, I said, "Hey man, don't do that. Please don't do that. Stop doing that. That it ain't nothing out there for you." That's one that's supposed to get out in January. He's supposed to get out in January. And I hope that I told this boy to tell him, like, hit me up so he can try to get his CDLs because they got a program at this thing downtown Toledo where you can get your CDLs so you can stay out. And because the thing that they try to get you with is that you get out of jail, you on parole, and then you got to pay your restitution. And if you don't pay your restitution, your ass is going back. If you violate anything on your parole, your ass is going back. You know what I'm saying? It's designed for you to go back. So that's one of the main things that we got to do as black men is that we got to be like, we got to help these kids when they do get out to be like, hey man, there's other options that you have so you don't have to go back.
Yeah, Roadblock, I agree. And times are a little bit different. They got a little bit more opportunities than what we had when we was coming up. I tell my 16-year-old, everything you know is up to 16 years. You know nothing past 16 years that you've been alive. I'm 52 years old. So what I tell you is what I'm telling you that I've went through for 52 years of my life. 16 years is all you got right now in the day we talking today. So take heed to what I'm saying, because obviously you're going to go through your own things, but I'm trying to keep you from making some of the mistakes that I've made, because if I don't teach you from doing that, I'm making a mistake as your father. It's from teaching you different so you don't make the same mistakes that I made. Some choices, some roads you're going to go down may be different than mine, and you may make some mistakes, but learn from them. But trust me when I tell you, the things that they go through now, schoolwork. I heard Gigi talk about cell phones, all that stuff like that. Some of that stuff is bad. You talked about drill music. I saw him, caught him listening to watching YouTube. They were showing all these drill music songs from different hoods, and they was going back and forth and killing each other off that. So I sat down instead of saying turn this shit off. I sat down with him and I said, "Why are you watching this? Explain to me why you watching it. What's going through your head right now? What are you thinking about this stuff?" So I can get out of his head what he's thinking, so he ain't glorifying this and letting them know. I said, none of these kids are dying at 14, 13, and 12 over rap music. And I can say this, I grew up in the slums too. I never thought it was wise. I thought it was kind of stupid when I was a kid for me to be shooting somebody over a block that I lived on. What does the street name got to do with who the hell I am as a black kid? So at that point, I grew up different. I played sports. So a lot of people really didn't mess with me, but I had to walk in and out of some places that I shouldn't be walking in and out of. And a couple times I got jumped too. But at the end of the day, I stood true on who I was as a black man. And it got me through that. And I know some people don't do that. So at the end of the day, it's just like this. We have to make sure that we are there for our children. And here's what society tries to do to us. Society tries to make you busy, just like Gigi said, and chasing and trying to keep up with the Joneses, because to keep up with the Joneses, you got to work harder, you got to work more. That leaves you absent from the home, and it leaves your kids being parenting by YouTube, social media, these cell phones, and all of that. And we got to just back on off from that, make the money, be happy with what God has blessed us with, and make sure our kids grow up better than us. Because if we don't do that, we fail as parents.
Yeah.
Fact. All fact. My dad used to tell me all the time. He said, "I've been your age. You ain't never been mine."
Yeah.
That's the realest shit I think my dad ever told me.
I'm gonna tell y'all though, bro. One thing I've noticed, and all the problems we laid out today that cover Black America, all of them could be solved when we get our economic situation straightened out. One thing I encourage every Black person on this planet, but more so in America, read Powernomics by Claude Anderson.
Mm-hmm. Whoa!
And it shows you how.
What you say?
But there you go. You already know.
Come on now.
Read that.
Come on now.
That is my everyday Bible.
Yes,
right
sir. That should be the Bible. That should be the Black community's Bible right there.
And that man has been around.
Yep.
Since the 60s. Worked for the Jimmy Carter administration. Worked for several administrations. And we're just now getting the messages that he tried to put. He wrote that book in the 80s. But all our problems, whether it be between the Black man and the Black woman, the Black children, poverty, and mass incarceration, all that can be solved once our economic situation is in better standing. And it doesn't come from working for other groups of people. And we have to start having industries that we own and control. And I see it on a micro level, especially in this gun community. I'm seeing a lot of, instructors, small firearm manufacturers like Big Dre. He owned his own firearm.
Mm-hmm.
Billy down in Alabama, he owned his own firearms. So those are great starts. Whatever industry you in, you know how to do what you do. You don't need that company you work for. They probably need you more than you need them.
Thanks.
So and sometimes it's just as simple as getting with like-minded people who do what you do, or at least have their passion for what you do, and the passion to want to see how people do better. Get y'all money together. I know it's a hindrance in finance, but there are a lot of programs that you can qualify for. That will help you get your small businesses off the ground. I saw so many small businesses start up during the pandemic, and that was a big, hey man, kudos to the Black community, everybody who started up a business during the pandemic. Even if it was just to get your PPP money.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of those businesses that just started, they just went and got the money. They got the, $150,000 loan. Damn, now I got to start a business. I'm just scamming, but they are still in business.
Right.
And we laugh because it is funny, but that's the truth.
Yep.
Our only blockage to just turning this thing around is our access to capital. Once you overcome that hurdle, bro, you once you're able to employ your own people and you don't have to leave outside of your community to aggregate your dollar, that changes the whole dynamics of everything. So, my stance on a lot of things is a little bit different, a little more extreme in some cases. Because I am highly critical of our people, but it's only because of the love. I love our people, bro. I know what we capable of. And I won't let nobody run us down. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what economic situation we into, what it look like, what we going through with our men and women. Guess what? We the people that overcame 400 years of slavery, bro.
Yeah, we still
and
here.
we can make it through that. We can make it through it. Ain't nothing that we can't do. We are an amazing people, and we just have to realize that fact for ourselves.
That's a fact.
True that. And before I hop back in, Zach, man, I just want to say, great live. You need to do this more than a month, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I know you hop on with RGG, you hop on with Billy, man, but you got your own platform as well. And whatever you do, man, real recognize real, man. And I just appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you too, man. Thank you.
All right.
Well, I mean, you had the last word, brother. I agree with what you said. I know about Powernomics and Dr. Anderson, man. I understand that we need to shift the economics of our community in order so we can, because that's the way that this country works. It's about money.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can make that shift and do it the right way, we'll be good. Hold on, let's roadblock back in before we get ready, because we get ready to sign off. We've been here almost 3 hours now.
Woo! What up?
I need to get this dude on IG. I want to argue with him some more.
Man, you don't argue with me, man.
Man, I enjoy. I miss arguing with Roadblock.
It's great, man. That's what I like. I like that back and forth. That's why I sit back and let. But that's how you learn things. That's how you figure stuff out. You sit, you listen, and because everybody has points, and everybody has valid points, and you sit back.
Man, look here. I've been gone for a minute, but I miss. This is my therapy, bro. And through all the shit that I'm going through, this is cathartic to me.
Hey, man, you're always welcome, man. Like I said, I only do this once a month. Yeah. But I think you're always welcome, man.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly, Hot Tub, about economics, because like you see how like the Asians, they don't argue about shit like this. They just put their money. They got money.
Yeah.
So they put their money where their mouth is. You know what I'm saying? But I think every black person should divest from the Democratic Party,
100%.
the Republican Party, 100%. The Republican Party. I think we should. I know black people aren't a monolith. I know that. But I think that for the best interest of us collectively, I think we need to. What are you going to do for us? And you need to show and prove.
That's how Dr. Anderson says it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you do.
Decades.
But this democratic shit where we vote for these motherfuckers and then they be like, okay, yeah, okay, all right, y'all go sit over there. Thank you for the vote, but y'all go over there. Hot sauce in the bag and all this other bullshit. I keep hot sauce in my bag and all this other bullshit. And I just be like, and I try to tell my people, I'm the black sheep of my family. I have no qualms about it. I badge of honor because the black sheep of your family gonna turn into the goat. That's my reasoning. The black sheep is always gonna turn into the goat because you're following your own path and you're gonna do your own shit. So
hold on a second, Roblox. John, what's your question, man? He asked like he wanna know weapon question. If I can't answer it, Roblox can answer it. What's your answer?
The Hot Tub can answer it, not just me.
Yeah, I know Hot Tub can too.
What question?
I'm waiting for him to
He about to pull it up. I guess you're about to pull it up.
Yeah, because he said, "Can I answer a weapon question?" Go ahead, man. Drop it. He must still be typing. Here we go. So he says, CZ54. There we go. CZ557308, good rifle scope to purchase for hunting and defense. It's a 308. What you say, Robot? She try to do some sort of LPVO? It's a 308 though.
Is it a CZ? Is the scope is a CZ or
the rifle? It's a CZ 5.57 308.
I mean,
he's trying to like what scope?
Yeah, what's a good home defense hunting
man?
Yeah.
If you're using a 308 for home defense, I wouldn't suggest that. If you like your neighbors, I mean, if you don't like your neighbors and you don't fuck with them, hey, by all means, shoot
if
away,
you don't like your eardrums, god damn, boy.
If you want to shoot a 308 in the house, that's you can. I ain't gonna say this America, bro. You can do whatever you want to.
Do whatever the hell you want to do.
I ain't gonna suggest.
I'm a like if you got a 308.
Is that a hunting rifle?
He said hunting. He said hunting and defense. But I mean, I just get a Vortex Viper. Just get a Viper or a Strike Eagle. You'd be all right.
That's a bolt action rifle.
Bolt action? All right, you can put them on there too, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
you want to use that
to get the scope rings.
I wouldn't choose a 308 bolt action for home defense.
Nah, I wouldn't.
He said mainly for hunting.
For hunting, yes.
If that's the case, go out there like
man. You need to swap that out for when you get done hunting, put that in the safe and then go grab something else for home defense.
Shotgun, handgun, any handgun.
You only have a bolt action for home defense. You don't be doing all that. What up, Patrick?
But I mean, this America, bro. Hey, I don't know where you live at. Do you,
John? You could do a 3x9x40. That'll work for you. If you want to step up a little bit, but that'll work for you. That'll get you going. Just 308.
Vortex got a lifetime warranty, so you good.
All right, go get you a Crossfire 2 or something. It works. I know. I got a couple of those. Yeah, you'll be fine. What up, Patrick? You came in right on the end, man. Good evening, brother. So, yo, listen, we could be doing this all night, but we almost at 3 hours. So,
yes, sir.
We're gonna go ahead and I appreciate everybody coming by. Hot to Roblox, T-Vaz, who else? OG Tank, my man Billy, everybody, Gina, I mean Erica, Alex was here. Everybody, man, this was a great conversation. I appreciate y'all, man. I love the family. That's why I don't mind doing this. And we'll see about this more than once a month thing, man. I'm always on 3 times a week. I can't be doing this all the time.
Yeah, this was dope, man. This was dope.
You got a job, a side job, and this your other job.
Exactly. So, yo, we're going to go ahead. We're going to sign off. Appreciate the family, man. Much love. Go ahead and we're going to sign off. So, yo.
Peace up. A-Town.
See y'all tomorrow night.
What's up? Yes, sir.